Just for earlier. But welcome back to YouGarden TV. If you have just joined us for the very first time, my name's Shaun Ryan. This is lovely Bex Edwards. We're here for the next 2 hours. We've got some amazing plants and deals, actually. Lots of perennials, lots of bulbs. Actually, quite a few items just to help you when you're gardening. Things like the grabbers.
The big hands, the big grabber hands for picking up the leaves. We've got the heavy-duty black pots as well, which are brilliant at this time of year for leaf clearing. So there's loads and loads. There's something for everybody on the show, I think.
And obviously we've got our premium compost, we've got lots of winter bedding, honestly some amazing deals, but a few things we need to remind you of. You'll see there is an offer code on the screen which says YGTV42. What does that do, Bex?
It unlocks lots of things. First of all, it is going to unlock the free gifts that you get with purchase. So every time you make a purchase, if you put that code into the website, it's normally down the right-hand side, there's a little box you can put it in, it will then automatically add this into your basket. And this is 40 of the crocus bulbs worth $9.99 that you will get absolutely free.
And even if you place an order this morning, but you're placing a second order with us this afternoon, you'll still get another bag of crocus bulbs.
That's the way to do it.
Yes, definitely. I've got 400 bulbs waiting to plant at home, and I am not joking. I will do that.
And those are just the free ones, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just the free ones. Oh yeah, I've got the other ones as well. I'll do a video on social media later, and you'll see.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to plant them on my days off. Also, we are extending our offer because it's been really popular. Spend £30 and you'll get free delivery. That's brilliant,
Lovely.
isn't it?
It's amazing, especially when you're looking at some of the bigger items as well that do come with a £6.90. There's lots that have postage included, but there are a few items and they tend to be the bigger items and they're £6.99 postage. So if you can just get your order over that £30, then it's going to really help you as far as the costs are concerned. And we've got a couple of top tips, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a few items that are like, £5.49 and £6.49. So, little items that might just get your basket over £30. I think nearly everyone got the basket over £30. There's a few that didn't, but most did.
Most did, for sure.
So, but you don't have to spend £30. Some of the items do come with free delivery anyway. But let's begin because we have got some brand new items for you.
Yeah.
We're going to start here. These are lovely. We've got 2 planters, 20 litres of our premium professional compost, 55 bulbs, 39 CSI, 25 of the tulip. So these are going to make 2 wonderful displays, and it's under £20.
I know. £10 each. £10 a pot.
I'm going to just check the price of the pots. Well, we're charging, £7.99 for a pot, and you get 2 of those. So that's £16.
That's it.
Worth of value there.
So for another £4, you're getting 20 litres of our premium professional compost, plus all the bulbs included in there as well. This is what I love about these bundle deals. These bundle deals represent some of the absolute best value that we can possibly bring you. It's one of my favourite things about these bundles.
Seriously, that is a ridiculous deal, isn't it?
I know. It's great, though.
Isn't it?
So this, I think, is brilliant. Okay, so we had a similar, something else, another one recently, and you said, what a wonderful Mother's Day present, because what you could do is get these home, pot them up, plant it now, and then when it comes around to Mother's Day, you can hand that pot over to Mother or to Mother-in-law, and that is a ready-made living gift that will keep giving for year after year.
And in reality, you are never going to plant all of the bulbs in the pots, because
there's too many, isn't there?
No, I mean, I tend to overplant, but no, there's too many. You're not going to probably use all the compost either. I would have thought. You might.
Well, you might do. These are quite big pots, actually. You might get through the 20 litres with
fair
those.
enough. But you're not going to use all the bulbs.
Left.
But you think about that, you're going to have 2 fantastic planters full of the narcissi and the tulips, and they're working out less than £10 each. And again, you will get your free crocus bulbs as well.
Oh yeah, add those in there as well. Yeah. You could even do a bit of lasagna planting there, couldn't you?
You could
put your crocus up at the top.
You really could.
Yeah.
But honestly, the value there is absolutely extraordinary.
And it's not like we've put inferior bulbs or something in there in order to bring that price down. You are getting some of the best bulbs. You're getting the tulip, which are let me just pick those up for you. The tulip, which are the Triumph red tulips. So these are the lovely classic shape, nice sturdy Triumphs. And you're getting the Narcissi quail included in there as well. So these are incredibly popular, very good bulbs that you're getting in there as well.
And all of those bulbs are going to be grown in our premium professional compost, so you do get 20 litres of that included.
Yep.
Do you know what? You've got the bulbs that are going to flower year after year. You've got the pots that you can use again and again. So that to me is a fantastic deal. And I really like those pots. I think they're a lovely colour, don't you?
I love them. I've got a couple of them. I've got a few of them in there.
Have you?
Yeah. I got everything from YouGarden.
I don't think I have pretty much. And you've got to get your free crocus bulbs, 40 of those as well. So when you look there, 95 bulbs, 2 pots, 20 litres of compost for under £20.
That's great, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing value for money.
Yep.
And so you will pay a little bit of postage, but if you get your order to over £30, you will not pay any postage and packaging. Now, we are live on YouTube right now and Facebook. Oh, there's your pots. Yeah.
There you go. Look, that's that pot, and that has got a hosta in it. That's a hosta from earlier on this year.
Yes.
And look, there's my Aces, because you know how much I love the Aces.
I recognise that. That's the front of your house, isn't it?
It is the front of my house. Yeah.
So I think a great choice. Lovely pots. And under £20 live this Wednesday afternoon. Now, if you do want to be part of the show, honestly, we love it when you interact. We had quite a lot of comments earlier, little messages. So you can comment live on YouTube and Facebook, don't forget. But we've also got, pretty much one of our top sellers this month. It's got to be top 5, this one.
Love this.
And it's our Nandinas. We've done a few different offers, but this has been really popular, this particular bundle, and it's the Nandina Firepower. You get 2 of the Nandinas in the 2-litre pots. You'll also get 2 of the 11-inch planters as well. Would add up to nearly £60 if you bought them individually. We have got them today for just $24.96. And I can honestly say, when it comes to, it's an old expression, but bang for your buck, and Nandina certainly gives you that. It gives you all-round interest.
Oh, all year round. And these are, they're ridiculously hardy for starters, like minus 25 up to plus 43 or something or other, that you don't have to worry about these at all.
So these aren't worried about climate change too much?
Not worried in the slightest.
Okay.
and in actual fact, it's those changing temperatures that create the interest in this. Because can you see on this one?
Now, it looks like this one has got a little bit colder than the other. It starts its journey, because when these get cold in the winter, they go red, don't they?
Yes, they do. So you get this gorgeous, fiery display of colour-changing leaves that happen on here, and they're going to go some of the deepest red shades that you would ever imagine. Now, you'd expect that to be happening around autumn time, when, you see that happen to the trees, and then the leaves are going to drop. That doesn't happen with your Nandina. It changes to this beautiful, fiery red, and the burnt umbers, and the burgundy colours, and then it turns back to green again through the summer months. You even get berries, and you get flowers on more mature Nandinas as well. So, this one really, truly does have complete year-round interest. Cool. It's known as heavenly or sacred bamboo.
Yes.
It is not a form of bamboo. It's just a common name for it.
Because it sounds a bit like bamboo, and its structure is a little bit like bamboo. But as Bex has said, it's not like a bamboo, which can be very invasive. And this will only grow. It's fairly compact, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, really nice and compact. Only a couple of feet. You've got some, haven't you?
Yeah, mine's a bit bigger than this, but it's about 50 by 50 centimetres. So really nice and compact.
That's the maximum it's going to grow to. A couple of feet by a couple of feet. So this is actually perfectly placed to go into these pots. I think it'd probably live its life very happily in a pot of this size. So I was looking into Nandinas, and there is, I think it's in Japan, they are believed to be able to take away your nightmares. So if you go and you tell your Nandina your bad dream, they're supposed to be able to take that away from you, and then it can't harm you. And I love little things like that as well. So keep this by your back door and go and talk to it. It's good to talk to your plants.
And it is.
Yeah.
I'm
a big fan of it.
Yeah.
No one else will talk to me, so I might as well go and talk to the plants.
And they don't answer back. But $24.96, amazing value for those, and they are beautiful. And as we've said, they look good all year round. So if you've got a smaller garden, you're looking for, I was thinking a smaller garden, you've got to be careful. You don't want things only to look good for a small period of time. These will look good all year round. And as we said, you will get the flowers, you will get the berries, but you will get ever-changing colour foliage depending on the temperatures. 201, 205. But we've extended our potting shed. Well, I say we. Stu has done it.
Stuart's done it.
Yeah, bless him.
Stuart did all the work.
And it's just great. It means more space, and that means more flowers, more plants, more products. Just quickly, this has been one of the top sellers. If you haven't got it already, it is our Pansy Cool Wave. Buy 10, get 10, absolutely free. Bex and I, we've said it many times over the past few weeks. It is the best performing pansy that we know of. It flowers profusely. It flowers for up to 9 months of the year. Gently trails as well. It's natural form, isn't upright. It gently trails. So ideal for baskets, pots.
Perfect for baskets, for pots. You can put it into the ground as ground cover. You can see how it's going to start trailing, and it'll trail by about 30 or 40 centimetres. So if you want to create hanging basket displays just like the one in the picture, this is definitely the one to go for. Wonderful garden ready plants. You can see how healthy they are. Look at the size of those roots as well as the colour of those roots. That's what we mean by garden ready. You can plant these out and be assured of getting up to 9 months worth of beautiful colour. They are a lovely colour selection. They blend and work harmoniously together. It genuinely is like it's the top performing pansy. Please don't mistake this for other ones that you can buy in the supermarkets and things. No, this is a better performer. Because
actually, when you first get them home, they will, maybe look pretty much like a regular pansy, but it's not till you plant them, till you see how they perform, that you really realise the incredible breeding that has gone into those. They're amazing, and so I've grown them for quite a few years now, and I honestly have not found a better pansy. The flowers are sort of mid-sized, so they're slightly smaller than some varieties out there, but they are a lot bigger than a viola, for example, as well. And just really easy to grow. The only thing I will say, even with the winter baskets, they can drought sometimes, if it's windy and things like that. So do always keep an eye on them. Don't assume because it's winter they won't need watering. And they may need a feed a little bit later on. Obviously, if you plant them in new compost, they're not going to need feeding for quite a while. But I always think when the weather starts to pick up a bit, in sort of like February, March time, you might want to give them a little
boost.
Yeah.
Little boost.
And you are getting buy one pack, get a second pack absolutely free today. And you'll get free postage. Some of you just bought these earlier. And if you are just buying the Pansy Cool Wave, for under £15, you'll get 20 pansies and you will get your free pack of 40 crocus. But you always need to use that code YGTV42 as well. Now, if you don't want to make up your own baskets, we have got some ready-made ones, pre-made.
Love these. They're in the rattan hanging baskets there for you. So they can be used time and time again. They're already planted up for you. That's exactly how they're going to be delivered. All you need to do is, there's one little strap that's holding everything together. Cut that off and then hang it up. That is it, honestly. This is simple gardening. So you might be busy like Shaun, just haven't managed to get round to it yet. Or you know what, your dexterity isn't what it was and you just want to have some gorgeous hanging baskets. This is the one to go for. They've been supremely popular and they are filled with exactly the same Pansy Cool Wave mix.
And honestly, these are just beginning to open up, but give them a few weeks and they'll be absolutely magnificent. Now, you are a couple of pence short of your free postage, so do bear in mind, if you spend a few more pence with us, we will take off
There's
that
a couple of things on this table, actually, that we would suggest.
I think this
one.
Yes.
There's another one at the other end.
Yeah,
we'll go with this one first of all.
We've got a couple of items. If you add them to your basket, you'll be better off.
Yeah.
So these primroses, it's the Benelli bicolour mix. They're $5.99, but if you add them to your basket, we'll take off the $6.99 postage for the baskets.
So you're saving money.
You are saving, and you get some extra plants. So it's just be a bit clever. Get your basket to £30, and you will save on all of your postage costs.
And these are perennial, clump forming, come back for you year after year. Beautiful colour mix, bi-colour mix that you're getting here. Actually work really well in shady areas. So this is a really, really good addition to your basket in order to save that postage cost.
And this is the bi-colour mix. So lots of the primroses there. Look at them. You're going to get the two different colours. In fact, that one, you've got the yellow, you've got the kind of whitey cream colour, and then you've got the indigo.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that, I mean, just beautiful.
They really stand out. And the fact that these are going to flower for you now, all the way through winter into April, it's just so incredible to me that they can do this. And the fact that they work in those shady spots in your garden as well. I think these are really, really lovely flowers.
And the only thing I will say is always deadhead them. I found that the more you deadhead, the more they'll keep going. And we have, last time we saw these were $9.99. Today you get an extra £4 off as well, so only $5.99. But great to pop in your your basket and to get that free delivery when you spend over £30. We should say the maximum postage you'll ever spend if you're spending less than £30 would always be £6.99.
Yes.
But honestly, it's worth getting free delivery. So if you get your basket over £30, then we'll knock off the $6.99 delivery. And bear in mind, they're only $5.99 as well.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's really good value.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll have this for years. As Beck said, they will form clumps. You can divide them.
They're garden ready ones as well. So
Yeah.
these, they're really, really healthy plants. You can see from the roots, the root structure is amazing. They've got a gorgeous colour on them. Plant these out with confidence. These are ready to go into your garden and just thrill you with displays over those winter months. And they are winter hardy. So they come to you with our lifetime guarantee from YouGarden.
Yes.
Anything that we tell you is winter hardy actually has a lifetime guarantee from the people here at YouGarden. If it fails to do what we say, if it dies, basically, you just need to get back in touch with the customer services department here at YouGarden, and they will replace it for you free of charge. All they ask is that you cover any postage costs to come out to you.
So it just gives you that complete peace of mind. But we
yeah.
do dispatch and deliver millions of plants every year, and we are in the middle of an 11-acre nursery right now. Now, our head gardener here is the one and only Peter McDermott, okay? He's the head gardener. He is very knowledgeable.
He is.
Yeah.
Annoyingly so.
Is that good?
Annoyingly so.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's nice with it. So.
He's worked in, gardening all his life.
All his life.
And,
he's 94, so.
Hey, that's a great idea. Somebody said, we ought to have a framed picture of him somewhere.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, yes. That's a great idea.
Tell him.
But you'll see his pictures always on the catalogue and things like that.
Yes.
So he's the head gardener. But we had a bit of feedback from you lovely viewers, and quite often we'll do 3 of the same perennials together or shrubs together as a deal. But a lot of you said, well, could you have like a variety of shrubs in one deal? So Peter actually cherry-picked the 3 best in the nursery right now that actually really complement each other. So together, these 3 will give you a really long flowering season. And we were saying potentially from maybe April all the way through to October.
Yeah, all the way through to October.
Yeah, between them, we should say. So should we start off with the early flower one then,
Yeah,
Bex?
we'll start with the Ceanothus. So that's
that's
that
that
lovely
one.
blue-coloured one at the bottom there. So it's not just complementary because of those gorgeous shades that you're getting.
Oh, there it is.
But it is complementary because of, the flowering season. So Ceanothus, that starts for you around April, May time. And this is a beautiful one. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Evergreen glossy foliage on here. And then that foliage gets absolutely covered in this, the bees love them, but these sort of indigo blue flowers it is covered. Yeah. I adore walking around during Ceanothus season. I do my dog walk and you just see this blue everywhere.
They really stand out. And sometimes you will get a second flourish in autumn time. My mum's is flying again right now. I think it's because we've had a really good autumn. So that's your first of the shrubs. First of 3. They're normally $9.99 each.
Yep.
Where do you want to go next?
Then we're going to go to Deutzia.
Yes.
So this is the next one that's going to flower for you. It's called Raspberry Sunday, and this one's going to be flowering from around June and July time. Another one with the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Another one that the wildlife are going to absolutely adore. Graceful, arching stems of flowers that you get on here, and there are loads of them as well.
That's really pretty.
Loads of those flowers you get that are sweetly scented, lovely two-tone, and it's a nice compact plant. It's not one, your Ceanothus can get really big, can't it? 2-3 metres tall, 3-4 metres
But you
width.
can keep it in control.
Yeah, absolutely. But with Deutzia, it's a bit more compact. We are only talking by about 1 metre by 1 metre. So great as a specimen plant in a pot, or yes, absolutely, put it into borders, put it into your mixed borders, and it will look beautiful.
And then
Finally.
look at this one. This is still flying now in October.
Escalonia.
Oh,
so
pink ale Escalonia.
The pink ale's going to start flowering somewhere in the summer, June, July time, but it's going to keep going. Your mum's got this one. This is the one you're saying?
In a last garden, honestly, because you moved house a few years ago and we didn't dig everything up. Wish we had.
You'll have to leave him some plants.
Well, no, annoyingly, the lady that bought the house hated gardening and she just...
Oh, took it all up?
Yeah. Susan's so annoying. We did take a few things out. But yeah, it was really annoying. She literally gravelled the whole lot. And we'd have dug up everything, had we known.
Yeah, had we known. Yeah. Definitely.
But anyway, my mum left this behind, and sadly, probably we don't know where it is now. But it was absolutely gorgeous. And you're right, Bex, it flowered really.
Yeah, it keeps going.
For many, many months.
Through the summer, into the early parts of autumn. So yeah, this
So
is still
pretty.
flowering now. It should still be flowering for you in October. And it's just going to flower its little socks off for you. Very reliable and easy to grow. You get slightly larger blooms on this one over other Escallonia, but it does remain nice and compact. So again, just like the Deutzia, I would say, or Deutzia? I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm going Deutzia. Just like the Deutzia, this would be a perfect pot plant here.
So you look at those three. So they're going to give you flowers between them from about April time, potentially through to October.
Yeah.
They're $12.99 for all three. So it's not a choice of, you get all three. I think they're brilliant. And do you know, although I love my summer bedding, and I'll always, do summer bedding, sometimes it's just so great to have shrubs in your garden that perform every year. That are low maintenance, that just give you, say, colour and flowers year after year without you having to really do anything. Summer bedding's lovely, but every year you've got to replant it.
Yeah, definitely, and that's where some of the cost comes in.
Yeah.
So yes, you do need to have those reliable, perennial beauties in your garden that are just going to provide for you without you having to work too hard or spend too much money. And that is definitely what our head gardener has thought about.
And I do remember Peter teaching me many years ago. He said, "Look, when you plan your garden, you always have to think, well, what's coming out in January? What's happening in February? What's happening in March? And try and get interest all year round. And they're going to provide interest and beautiful flowers and colour for pretty much most of spring into summer."
So if you've got a smaller garden, actually, this is a really good little collection to go for, because each one of those is earning its place and giving you that kind of successional flowering thing happening.
Yeah. So well done, Peter, our head gardener. Still got it.
Still got it, Peter.
Yeah, still got it. Never
Well
lost it, actually. And that has been, pretty much the most popular item today. I did advise him on that selection, as did Bex. We both did. Right, Coreopsis is next. Now, this is a really great deal today. So buy one, get two absolutely free. Now, I've never grown Coreopsis.
No.
Which I don't know why.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have.
haven't.
I don't think I have.
I will
but
be.
I do 100% see why. For this for me, if you've been watching, if you're a regular, you'll know how much I love the Gora. The Siskiyou pink that we've been bringing you. I'm in love with that, and I kept saying it's like in my top 10 of all the plants, just because it's a really long flower and it's beautiful. This, for me, is in that camp, okay, because you do get a really long flowering season from this. June, July, August, September. It's perennial, so it's going to come back for you year after year. It's ridiculously easy to grow. I love this kind of fuzzy foliage that you get on this. It's almost like, when you look at it from a distance, it looks like a fuzzy cloud.
Yes.
And then you get these lovely flowers just sort of dancing at the top of it. And this is going to get covered in these yellow flowers, and it will just profusely flower for you.
And it loves a sunny spot.
Loves a sunny spot, yeah. Honestly, if you think of the a Coreopsis and that God, I've forgotten the name of it already. I've just said it. The Gora,
yes.
you. Coreopsis and Gora, they're just the same thing for me. I think they'd work beautifully together. If you bought the Gora, get the Coreopsis to go with it, because the yellow and the pink together will be phenomenal. And it forms a nice compact sort of mound of those sort of lovely fuzzy foliage at the bottom there, and then the flowers rise up on those tall stems above, only reaching about 45, 50 centimetres.
So great for like front to middle border.
Front to middle border, or in a pot.
Yeah.
This would be great in a pot on its own.
But it's an amazing deal on that. Buy one, get two free.
Yeah,
and as we've been saying, over the past few weeks, it's a great time of year to plant your perennials and your shrubs. It's a great time of year. And, the last thing that you want to do is be planting things in the height of summer when they can quickly dry out. Hate the fact that they've been moved until in full sunshine. It's really good at the moment. It's still quite warm. There's still a reasonable amount of light around, but these will really settle right now for next year. And you get even better displays. Buy one, get two free. We'll show you how that works on the website. So basically, we've put together a basket now. So we've gone for the Panzacure Wave, okay. We've gone for the Head Gardener's Collection. Coreopsis is in there. And we've put Tiger Panthus in there. But can you see how, at the moment, we're spending £91.95, okay? Our savings not that great, $7.98. That's not that great. But we've not put the offer code in yet. So YGTV42. We're going to apply that code. Let's hope this brightens things up. Right, well, first of all, look at that savings. Suddenly we're saving £104.93, £105. The actual order total has gone down, so our price that we pay has gone down, but we're getting all of these extras. Suddenly, in our basket has popped 10 free pansies. The Head Gardener's collection has gone down to £12.99. The Chiropsis, we're getting the 2 free ones in there as well. The free crocus bulbs have suddenly gone in there as well. So, we get an extra agapanthus. Yeah. So the only thing I'd say now is, it says there, join our club today and save £6.80. So look at our order total is £67.96, okay? But it's saying we can save another £6.80 by joining the club. So, should we do it? There you go, £5. So actually, we paid £5, but we've saved £6.80. So there you go. It was worth joining the club just for that one order. So we've actually saved another £1.80. But bearing in mind, if you join the club today, you will save 10% on every single plant and every bag of compost that you buy for the next 12 months. And that membership, it's an auto renewal, but you can cancel at the end of the 12 months. Not a problem. It's really good. I love, I've placed, I don't know, probably about a dozen orders since I've worked here. But I do love looking, I love putting the codes in and seeing how much I can save.
It's a problem working here, isn't it?
It's a good problem, isn't it?
It's a nice problem to have. But we do spend our wages every time we come in.
Yeah, but we've got great gardens.
Our garden's going to look
Who cares?
amazing.
Yeah. Can't afford any new clothes, but great gardens. And then we've also got on our selection over here, we have got these really pretty Primula Pretty Polly. They call the Blushing Peach. Now again, if you're trying to get your basket to £30 and get free delivery, this could just get you there with that £6.49. How gorgeous are those?
I'm in love
Look
with these. That colour combination that you're getting here, the kind of apricot peachy colour with that lovely pink blush on there. And obviously it's a primula, so, very much like primrose, like it's going to be flowering for you. It's a woodland flower, so it's going to flower for you in some shade for starters. You don't have to have bright sunshine for this. Go round the bottom of those trees and bushes and things where there isn't much sun. This is the place to put this. And it's going to flower for you through those winter months into springtime. So this one's going to come out early, isn't it? So this will be about February, March time this will start for you.
But sometimes you do get, I always think with primroses and primulas, you sometimes do get random flowers in, any of the winter months. Some of mine have flowered in the summer if they're in a really shady spot, But yeah, generally winter flowering. I will say always deadhead them because then they'll keep coming and coming. And they look great in winter pots and containers and hanging baskets. It's just a lovely variety.
It's a beautiful variety, and I think if you're going for these and you're going for the Bonellis, leave these on their own. Don't mix these up with those. I just think they deserve. So plant all 3 of those in a group together because 3 of those together will make them prettiest display.
Cool. Well, again, that's a great way if your basket is just a little bit short of £30. So the average spend earlier today was just over £30. I think just over £31. You've been clever shoppers day. You're like, right, I'll get my basket to just over £30 and save on any postage that's due. So the other low price item on this table is the Primrose Bonelli.
Yeah, the Bonelli bicolour.
Yeah, really nice box.
Really beautiful colours included in here. I mean, just a brilliant price at £5.99 to get 10 of these garden ready plants. These are the ones that come to you like this. They are super, super garden ready. So this is another one that I think you can add to your basket and then plant out with confidence that you're going to get some beautiful displays. I love that. I mean, look at those colours.
I know.
Those in particular, those are lovely. But then just look at the other combinations of colours that you're getting within this collection. They are fantastic. And again, winter hardy, love a bit of a shady position. They're woodland plants, so recreate those kinds of conditions at home. They don't want to be in full sun. They don't need to be in full sun.
No, they're like me. They really don't like full sun.
Not like me.
No.
I'm an agapanthus, I've
yeah, you are. I'm a primrose, I'm a fern.
Look at me.
I love, honestly, on a sunny day, I always find the shade, believe me, I do. It's just the sun doesn't like me. I love the sun, but it doesn't like me. But anyway, they love the shade. And they love the winter, and they are amazing value
right, so
today.
you're a primrose.
Yeah. Anyway, lovely to have your company this afternoon. Yes, we
Yes.
are live until 4
Compost.
o'clock. We are, our schedule for the rest of the month is Wednesday, Thursday,
Sunday.
and Sunday.
Yes.
They're the days that we're here. It might change in
And then
November.
we'll see.
But for the rest of October, it is 10 till 1 and 2 till 4 on a Wednesday, Thursday, and 10 till 2
That's
on
it.
a Sunday.
Please, got
and do
it.
tell your friends as well. You know, we want you to tell all your friends about YouGarden TV. We're getting lots of new viewers, aren't we?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah. And
Lots of new club members.
I was going to say, yeah.
Lots of new club
quite,
members.
Quite a few hundred of those,
Yeah.
which is great. But we've got about 40,000 now, haven't we?
It's over 40,000
Yeah.
actual club members. So there's lots and lots of you
Yeah.
out there. But we definitely want to view, we want to create a bit of a community here. This is why we're very much telling people, like, go onto YouTube, you can comment and join in with the show. It's the same on Facebook, you can comment on there. And, you know, send us your pictures. Please do. I love looking at people's gardens.
I do. We've had some really nice ones been sent in.
Love looking at people's gardens.
And also, if you want to follow myself or Bex on social media,
Yes.
I'm Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man. I think that sums me up. SHAUN.
And I'm Bex.
You adding the word bad there, weren't you? Shaun Ryan, bad presenter. But no. And you're Bex.
Bex with an X Edwards, My Garden. If you search for that on Facebook and Instagram, you should find me. And we do, so we're going to do lots of videos of our own gardens, but it is also where we share information about what's happening with shows, the times of the shows, those sorts of things. So do come and follow us on
You
there.
will see YouGarden appering some great places.
In some places.
Yes, in the next 12 months.
We've got lots of exciting things
Yeah,
happening.
loads happening. You know, it's really, things are really good here, aren't they? We're really excited, and
happy days.
we feel we've just landed our dream jobs. You know, you know, as many of you know, both of us worked for a shopping channel for many years, and it's nice to really focus on what you really love as you get older. You know, this has always been my hobby and Bex's hobby.
Yeah.
So to have a hobby that then becomes a job is amazing, isn't it?
We find a job you love, and you'll never work a day in your life.
It's true. So it's just wonderful, and
nice.
And things are we're having a lot of support from you, and we really appreciate it. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Now, tonight I'm going to take, if that's okay, I'm going to take one of these home and see what my cat thinks of this. Okay, there is a reason, isn't there, Bex?
Yeah, so this is the Nepeta,
So Teddy, if you're
six-hills
watching.
giant, but it's also known as catmint or catnip, because apparently cats absolutely adore this. Okay,
What if my cat destroys it though?
we're in trouble, aren't we?
I'll have to replace it.
We're in trouble.
So no, so they get attracted to it because it's a natural. You know what cats are like with catnip; they love it. So they'll naturally be
attracted to it. Now I don't know whether it's the foliage or the flowers that they're attracted to.
We'll find out tonight.
You'll soon find out, I suppose. But this is going to flower for you June, July, August, September, October. That's amazing, isn't it? And you get these lovely lavender blue spikes of flowers that rise up above the aromatic kind of grey-green leaves, and they do have a bit of a minty smell to them as well. So really long flowering period, really low maintenance. It's definitely one that wants to be in full sunshine, and it's not just attractive to cats, it is attractive to other wildlife as well. Butterflies, hummingbirds, all of those sorts of things. You do not have to have a cat in order to get this, but if you've got one, you might be giving them a bit of a treat.
Well, my mum's got this granny in her garden. I only realised actually when we started showing it on YouGarden. I was like, oh yeah, that's the Nepeta. But honestly, it just looks gorgeous.
It looks really pretty, and do you know what? It's going to fill a bit of a gap for you as well, because you're getting 3 of these plants included, and we're talking about a couple of feet, so 60 centimetres by 60 centimetres sort of height and spread on here. So if you want this to go into your borders, getting 3 of these as a buy one get 2 free, that is going to fill some really nice spaces for you. And it has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well. So another reason for you to shop with confidence. Not only is it winter hardy, so it comes with the lifetime guarantee from us here at YouGarden, the Royal Horticultural Society have also given it their Award of Garden Merit. So they've trialled it and tested it and said that it's a proven performer.
And much as I'd love you to spend £30 and get your free delivery, if you just want to go for those, you'll still get your free bulbs worth $9.99. So yeah, for $9.99, you're going to get 40 crocus and the 3 of the Nepeta there, Fasanini. But Six Hills Giant, did you find out what it was called? Six Hills Giant?
Didn't.
No, I meant to look at that.
I will look it up.
But it is a buy one, get 2 absolutely free as well. But yeah, I want to see how my cat gets on with one of those. I'll do a video.
Have a little see.
Knowing my cat Teddy, I'll just be like...
He'll go up to it and then show his bum to it or something.
Yeah.
That's what cats do.
And the tail do that.
Yeah,
and
the
off he
tail
goes,
flick.
Yeah. Cats are so different from dogs, aren't they? Dogs are always loving, always there. Cats are like,
dogs are really needy, and cats aren't.
Cats are like, I don't need you today.
Leave me alone.
I know.
Yeah.
What are you doing trying to stroke me? I don't want that.
I don't want your attention.
Now, we've got cranberries coming up, brand
Coming
new
back
for this afternoon.
But am I still going?
Yes.
All the way to the end.
We're going to go over here because
Okay.
we have got now some beautiful rhododendrons, haven't we?
Oh, I love rhododendrons.
Yes.
Right, so rhododendron flowers, I think, are some of the most impressive because there are just so many of them. They are bright, they are bold, they are beautiful, and they're frilly and exotic looking, and they flower, they're one of the earlier flowerers, aren't they, that you'll see on the borders, sort of April they start to come out, and they're just, they're kind of shiny flowers as well, I think. They've got a kind of shiny look to them, they're just exotic and glorious.
And this particular selection, there's some really lovely, vibrant colours in there. They are evergreen as well, so you've got that really nice foliage all year round. But rhododendrons, they do fall into the same category as your camellias, your azaleas. They like to be in an ericaceous compost. So, you can put them in your regular borders, but I always, when you're potting these in your borders, you want to put some ericaceous compost around them.
Yeah, you need to mix some of that in because they do like the acid, side of the scale.
Yeah.
So you need a bit of ericaceous compost. Otherwise, they'll probably survive. You just won't get as good displays from them. You certainly won't get the flowers. So it's really important that you do think about getting some ericaceous compost in there. Very, very easy to do, and we do sell it at YouGarden. So just search for it on the website. They are actually well suited to container growing. So this is great for you to grow in containers. But that flower display, honestly, it covers the evergreen foliage, and that's great as well, by the way, that it's evergreen foliage on there. But the flowers just absolutely cover it. It is stunning when it's in full bloom.
They are absolutely amazing, those, aren't they?
And the three colours you're getting with the red and the pink and the white, they kind of, blend into each other beautifully. If you were to put these together, really close together, that would be a lovely kind of
I've
display.
got in my garden, I've got a separate border that I call my ericaceous border. So I've got all plants that love.
Nice. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, it just
makes things easier.
And actually, if you've got lots of acid-loving plants together, they tend to just settle. And once you establish, you don't need to keep adding the ericaceous compost.
Yeah.
They tend to just. But I always think something like this is better in a pot or if it's a separate area, ideally.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. And this is actually going to thrive in part shade. This is definitely a part shade position. When they're in full sun, they just don't seem to like it, and certainly the flowers can get really affected by it. They don't last as long, and they just wilt, and they sometimes go a little brown around the edges. Part shade is what you want from this one. Dappled shade would be absolutely perfect.
But that's a wonderful price as well, isn't it? Like £12.97. They're normally nearly £10 each. Today on YouGarden TV, they're working out about £4.33.
Yeah,
and good. We're relatively new. The TV side of things is relatively new here. We've only been going less than 2 months actually, but YouGarden as a nursery, very well established. They've been with us now for years, and they do dispatch millions of plants every single year. And they really pride themselves on, they've got great reviews on Trustpilot, FIFO, great customer service as well. If you ever have a problem with an order, don't just put a bad review and say, didn't like so-and-so, or just speak to us and we'll put it right.
They're very keen here to make sure, there's big plans for this business. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to, retain you as customers, because we are all about building this community, and it is about gardening for everyone. Yeah.
So always, say any problems, always get in touch with us, and we'll do our very, very best to more than put it right. By the way, all of our hardy plants, our winter hardy plants, do come with a lifetime guarantee. So the same thing applies. If you buy something from us and we say it's fully hardy and it doesn't survive, like the azaleas, let us know and we'll replace it. All you pay is
postage. That's it. Yeah. You just need to cover that postage cost for it to come back out to you. But that is the confidence that you can have with shopping at YouGarden.
Yeah. So we're really proud to work here. We really are.
Yeah. I have been shouting about it.
Same here.
Tell everybody.
Same here. I mean, I run a garden club in our village, and you know, Bex and Jenny, who also work for YouGarden, they came and spoke last week,
We
and
did.
you know, and we told the whole garden club about YouGarden.
It was great.
Yeah, we've got some quite big names coming up as well. Even bigger than you, Bex. I know.
Oh my word.
I know. No, we have.
Doesn't take much.
Anyway, we're daft.
I'm hoping to come along for some of those. If I
Yeah, I'd love you
That'd
to
be
come
nice.
back. If I come to our Christmas party, that's even better.
Oh,
right,
yes.
Let's get
I'm there.
fiery next, because we've got our Red Baron bloodgrass.
Okay, yeah.
I love grasses. There's some amazing
Gonna move
varieties
that
nowadays.
over.
But I think this one is really striking.
This is
it's
absolutely beautiful.
wonderful.
And the colour that you're going to be able to get from this, as you can see from that picture, bright red, colour that you'll get on this grass is unbelievable. And it's going to happen on there during the summer months. Now, during the autumn months, you can see on this one, it is a more burgundy colour that we're getting on here. So you do get some interest going on, because it will colour change for you. But it's going to get bigger and better every single year for you. And it's a sun position you want from this. If you want those bright red, grass leaves coming up out of this, you definitely want as much sun on it as possible. It will be fine in partial shade, not an issue at all. It just won't be as bright red, that's all. So it depends what you want from it, really. And I think if you're going for this, you want it to be as red as possible, don't you? So try and find yourself the sunniest spot you can find here.
You see, this one is like me, so the more sun, the redder it goes. That's me. That's me, seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I love grasses, and you know, they're really low maintenance.
Yeah.
I always say, and I said this the other day, but I always think if there's a gap in your garden, if you don't fill it, you're going to get a weed there. Grasses fill gaps beautifully. I do think they work very well together if you have different varieties of grasses, but equally you can blend them in with other plants in your beds and borders, can't you?
I'm seeing more of that though.
Yeah,
I have. The more that you spy on other people's gardens.
Yes.
In a good way. Not in a creepy way. The more you look around, basically, I'm seeing more grasses being put into people's gardens, and it's not just gravel gardens, because that's what I always used to think of grasses. They're just for gravel gardens, low maintenance gardens. But actually, people are starting to mix these in with their borders, and they look beautiful. The contrast you get from that against a softer foliage or a softer flower is incredible. So yeah, I think these are really good. There aren't any rules, are there? We keep saying this. I know some people follow rules when it comes to planting and gardening, but I think try it, see what happens.
I just
you
go
might
to
be
basics.
surprised.
Just get the right plant for the right place.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a shady part of the garden, put something that loves shade there. You know,
I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of trying to shoehorn something in.
Oh, I know what you mean. You sometimes think, well, I know that's not quite right for that, but I'll give it a go and see what happens.
I'm so guilty of that.
But that does love full sun to be really red and fiery.
It does,
so, try and put it in the sunniest spot possible. Now, already popular this afternoon. We've just got ours, actually.
Yes, we have, yeah.
So, Mum, if you're watching, I've got these for you.
Got the stocks.
These are the stocks. Beautiful vintage collection. We kept looking at these. We finally got them today.
Yep.
And they should arrive to you in bud and flower right now. They're a hardy annual, so they'll be with you throughout the winter months. They won't die off. But they'll flower again when it comes to spring, summer, won't they?
Yeah, that's it. May time ish next year. Yes, you will have these beautiful flower spikes on here. Bushy, free flowering, nice and compact though. This is a more compact version of stock than you might be used to. This is only going to reach about 30 centimetres in height, 30 centimetre spread. I believe they're edible, aren't they? Stocks.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure I was reading that stocks are edible. You can use them as a garnish.
I'd forgotten that.
I'm sure it is.
Check
it before you eat it.
We better make sure.
Just make sure, but I'm sure it is. My memory might be...
I was eating my pansies and violas earlier. They're fine with that.
Yeah, please don't eat it. No, I'm sure it is. But yes, the thing that we go for stocks for more than absolutely anything else is the beautiful scent that you get from these. And I was just smelling one of those. Let's just...
But you are right, Bex. They are... It's the flowers that are apparently edible.
Oh, there you go. Don't eat the leaves or the roots. It's the flowers.
Yeah, I'd forgotten, to be honest.
You're going to take one, aren't you?
No, I'm not. It's too pretty. I love the colours as well.
Good.
They're gorgeous.
All right, yes, sorry. The colours are amazing.
I think these are really tasteful, aren't they?
And tasty.
Yeah.
They are. It's a beautiful mix of colours because you're getting that regal purple, but you're getting the lilacs and the pinks and the creams and the blush colours in there. It's a very designer-led kind of colour palette that you've got going on there. Love those.
I think they're just gorgeous. And they are slightly more compact varieties, so they're not going to grow too tall. And They will give you colour now, so you should get some flowers and some buds now, but they will, as we've said, flower again next May onwards. But we had earlier today, we had the Tayberry, which I'm ordering.
Yes, raspberry and a blackberry mixed together.
Yeah, you can still order those. By the way, we should say you can order whatever you want from the website, the YouGarden website.
Yeah, you can.
But always put our code in, the YGTV42, because that will kick in any savings and discounts that are available from the show, but also you will get your free crocus as well. So, and free delivery when you spend £30 or more today. So do bear that in mind. But you feel free to just shop the website. We've got everything on there.
Oh, so much on there.
Honestly, YouGarden is for everybody. So whatever you're looking for, we have got it. But always put that code in, and don't forget free postage over £30. But cranberry, now I've never grown cranberries.
No, I haven't.
No.
But how about growing cranberries and being able to provide your own cranberry sauce on Christmas Day? How exciting would that
idea.
be? I quite like that idea. Now, I can't say that you'll be able to provide it this year.
No, it may be Christmas 2024.
Year, but how exciting. You'll be able to provide the cranberries for your Christmas lunch. Grow your own. It'll be absolutely amazing. They are tough, rugged little berries. Now, it is a bit of a trailing plant, so it's best grown in taller pots or hanging baskets where it can actually trail. This is another one that likes ericaceous compost. I knew there was another one on the show, and this is it. You get these small pink-red flowers in spring, you get fruits in the autumn time, and it definitely should crop for you in its first seasons and then for many, many years after.
I don't know anybody that's grown cranberries.
No, I don't actually.
No. Actually, I love the fact that we always bring you different things as well. So you're going to get, by the way, it's a buy one, get one free today. So they're going to fruit next year, September time.
Yeah, it'll be next year, and it'll be August, September, October
and you
time.
presumably freeze the berries?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can do all sorts with them. I haven't looked into it. You can normally blanch them, can't you, and freeze them, or you can turn them into a cranberry sauce or whatever to be able to freeze them. Absolutely. It's evergreen plant as well here, by the way. So you will.
Oh, is it? Lovely.
Yeah, it's a beautiful evergreen plant. So not one that I think you need to hide away or anything, and it's winter hardy, so comes to you with that guarantee from us at YouGarden. We will replace it if it dies. You just need to let us know, and we'll cover the postage cost. Full sun though, please. Put it in as much sun as you can possibly put it in. I want one of these actually. I want to buy a cranberry.
I'm really tempted with that. And don't forget, if you put the code in, YGTV42, it's a buy one, get one absolutely free.
Awesome.
I've never grown cranberries. I love the idea. So they gently trail, so great for pots,
trail, yeah.
baskets.
So slightly taller pots, or you could put it into a hanging basket quite happily if you've got a space for a hanging basket. But it is evergreen, so it will always have those lovely leaves on there. So it will be an interesting plant all year round.
And imagine next Christmas, if when your friends are having their cranberry sauce, you can go, well, yeah, I grew those.
Here's my cranberry sauce.
Yeah, that's great.
I made that.
Nice to try something new, isn't it?
Always.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about gardening, because there's always something new to try.
There is. And I always think, give it a go,
Give it a go.
That's got a lifetime guarantee.
It has, winter hardy.
Yeah, if it doesn't do what we say, you will just let us know, and you will get another one free. All you'd pay is the postage, 31047 for our cranberry there. Now, we also are very busy today for our compost, which is the most popular product that we bring here on YouGarden. We sell, honestly, tens, hundreds of thousands of bags of this, and over the years, I mean, must be millions of litres, millions and millions. And we are doing 100 litres today for $24.98. Postage is included. Do you know what? A lot of you are busy making up your winter hanging baskets, your winter pots. Also, we are repotting plants at the moment that have outgrown the pots that they're in. If you're planting any perennials, anything from the show really, we would strongly advise that you place some of this compost around the roots. So whatever you're planting your beds and borders, always place some of this compost around the roots, and you could get the most amazing results. So it's all very well me, waxing lyrical about it, but there is a formulation to this, an incredible formulation.
An incredible formulation. In fact, so I'm going to move some plants when I finally get out into the garden, because now's
when's that going to be?
I know, soon, this week, maybe Friday.
I'm coming back. I'm just getting our specs.
I'm going to move some plants around, because there's some that just aren't in right positions, or they're a little bit cramped or whatever, and now is a good time actually to do that.
It's a great time to move things.
And this is why I've also put my order in. I'm hoping it arrives in the next couple of days.
Yes, you've got 200 litres arriving.
200 litres, but I've got to do all my pot. I probably should have ordered 300. Anyway. When I move the plants, I will be putting some of this into the hole of where I move them to as well. Although they've already been planted in this, I will be putting a bit of extra in there just to give them that little bit of feed and all the rest of it, because I know how amazing this is. Do you want to tell us about the free gift? Is that what you're holding up?
No, I'm just
standing there.
That's to remind me. No, keep talking about the compost, don't worry.
All right, so yes, it has a special formulation. It is built to a recipe. It's made to a recipe every single time, scientifically backed recipe. So the ingredients in here are incredible. I am making a dirt ball at the moment, but what I want to show you is the texture of this, because I've squeezed that into a ball. Watch what happens as I just apply the tiniest bit of pressure. The way that falls apart is incredible, and this is all to do with this amazing texture. That being so very important in order for root structure to be built, to be as strong and healthy as possible.
And roots do need to breathe.
They do. And sometimes when you bought compost in the past, the cheaper, less good stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes we've all done it. I've done it. Run out this compost, gone to the supermarket, gone to the nearest big store, and you open up the bag and you're very disappointed. Sometimes I've bought compost that's very dark and damp and heavy.
It's almost black in colour, isn't it?
Sometimes it's had an awful kind of like white fungal thing going on. Sometimes it's not been composted down enough, so you've got like big twigs and and big pieces in there. Sometimes you've got to break the compost down before you can actually plant in it.
Yeah, and that really isn't the case with this. If you've ever bought it before, you know what we're talking about. If you've never bought it before, please try it, okay? Just give it a go, because everybody that has ever tried it they've all said amazing stuff. I'll never go back to using anything else. It's the best compost ever. And they've even done their own trials and taken pictures and done tests and grown something in usual compost and then in this one and gone, oh, look at it, it's amazing.
And you can see that here.
Is.
The difference in the roots there is huge, and that's the standard compost. Okay, you've got roots there, you've got some growth, but look at the difference with our premium compost. So we talk about an incredible blend.
Yeah, so composted wood fibre, that really helps with that texture I was talking about, making it light and airy, allowing the roots to breathe and grow. We've got 3 different types of peat in here, black and white peat. Now that has been reduced over the years. It makes up less than 50% of the volume of the compost because obviously, trying to keep up with environmental issues there. We've got lime in here to balance out the pH, and this is why we say seeds through to trees, everything in between, except for your camellia, your cranberry and your rhododendrons today.
Yes.
Because they want your ericaceous compost. We have slow release fertilizer, those little green balls that you can see running all the way through this compost. That is your slow release fertilizer. There's another one.
Yeah, you'll find it all the way through.
There's another one. It gets quite addictive when you start picking these out. Yeah, there's loads of them. Slow release fertilizer. It'll feed your plants for a good 6 months once it's in there. What have I missed?
I think you've covered everything there.
Lime, wetting agent. Yeah,
got a lot.
The thing is, it's always going to be the same as well, because it's made to that lovely ingredients list. So it'll be the same quality every time you buy it.
And I'll just remind you, even if you're just buying the compost today, if you think, oh yeah, I need some compost, we'd love you to try it for the first time. Regulars do stock up, but you will get your free crocus bulbs. These are worth £9.99. You get them free with every single order today, as long as you use the code YGTV42. And I'm not being funny, who would not want 40 crocus? I mean, I think crocus bulbs are one of the easiest to plant. I'm not being funny, but you don't have to dig very deep to plant them.
No, it's only a few centimetres, isn't it? They don't have to go too deep at all.
I love planting them in clumps. I think they look great en masse. They will give you fantastic colour. They'll start, normally February time, but they are one of the first bulbs to flower, and do you know what? They will put a smile on your face. And Bex says, I know you planted yours in your grass this year, so you've done a natural drift, haven't you?
I'm trying a drift.
Yes.
So I took a handful, I took the whole 40 and I threw them. And then wherever they landed, that's where I planted them, because apparently that is the best way to create a natural-looking drift.
And they are one of the, the bulbs that's really suitable for your lawns, because at that time of year, you're very unlikely to be cutting your lawns. So
I've done it with dafts in the past, but crocus I think are better to do it with.
I do. I think they're lovely.
And they'll naturalise too, so they'll multiply over the time.
They're lovely in lawns, but great under trees and great in pots and hanging baskets. They're just gorgeous. And they are worth £9.99, free with every order today, just using that code YGTV42. But we've still got loads more to show you. Good afternoon. By the way, you're a bit quiet on the old chat this afternoon.
Yeah, come and talk to us. Lynn and Elaine have said hello.
Well, Lynn and Elaine, we
hello.
love you more than ever.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
That's very nice.
But thank you. Apparently Lynn's got some good set dressing ideas for the studio.
I love it. I'm sure she'll tell you later on.
Oh, no, that is a good
Actually,
idea.
that is a good idea.
Lynn's just said about getting it looking a bit more
We need to
Halloween-y.
get a bit seasonal.
Yes, with pumpkins.
All right,
We'll have to check our budget, Lynn, that's all. We
We've
don't
got
know what our
budget,
set dressing budget is.
Yep.
But we'll look into it. I think we've got about
think it's a
10.
good
I've
idea.
got about 10,000 to spend on it.
10,000, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
What do you want to look at, Mr. Stewart? Where are we going?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was thinking of doing a little review.
Oh, okay.
Yes, is that
I'll
okay?
change some stuff over, shall I?
Yeah, you've got loads still to show us, haven't you?
I know, right?
So, yes, let's have a look at a reminder of some of the great items we've seen so far this afternoon on YouGarden. So, actually, we haven't shown it yet, but the Taybury, loads of orders going through for it. And I'm going to be buying this today, and I really mean that. I've never grown it before, and it's a cross, you would tell me, between a raspberry and a blackberry.
Blackberry, yeah.
So it looks like the size of a blackberry, but it's obviously the colour
It's
of
better,
raspberry.
and it's bigger, and it's juicier, and it's sweeter, and it's absolutely delicious. I'm dead excited about this. We do need to find out, though, don't we? Because you were saying, you think our head gardener was saying that they don't transport very well, which is why you don't often find them in the shops. So this is the perfect grow your own for that reason. So, yeah, this is a wonderful grow your own to have. Juicy, gorgeous fruits that you'll get on there, and you are getting a double up deal included on there. So $9.99 also, or for an extra £5 you can get 2 of these. They are self-fertile, but it's always good to have pairs because I think it can always help increase with fruit production, even on these self-fertile plants. Lovely popular one. I'm glad you're going for that one.
Yes, and I say I'm definitely going to look forward to growing this. Do you know, I mean, berries are so great, aren't they, in terms of antioxidants? They're full of goodness. And, you know, whether you're having those on your breakfast cereal, whether you're having them as a dessert, whatever, they are going to be absolutely gorgeous. And we are doing an offer today where if you double up, you can get 2 for £14.98, or £9.99 for 1. But very excited. We haven't seen those in ages. Then we saw our rhododendron earlier on. Now, these are absolutely stunning. You get 3 of them in 9cm pots for £12.97. They're evergreen. You've got that lovely foliage, but in late spring, early summer, look at the displays that you get. They are fabulous. I always think rhododendrons really are the most beautiful of flowers, but these are really, really vibrant colours. They do like to be in an acid condition, so do use your ericaceous compost. You can, of course, grow them very, very nicely in pots. And fine in sort of dapple shade. They don't like it to be roasting hot and full sun, but great in semi-shade, dapple shade. They'd be absolutely wonderful. 510804. Now, also, we have got on the show the fantastic planting bundle. Now, what you actually get in this, 55 bulbs. So you get your fabulous Triumph Red Tulips, you get all of the Narcissi, 55 bulbs in total, and you will get 20 litres of our premium professional compost and 2 of the 12-inch planters. Absolutely wonderful value. I mean, the pots alone, we looked at those, they should be $7.99 each. So the 2 green pots, £16. So for an extra $3.95, you're going to get all of your compost and those fabulous bulbs as well. Amazing value at just £19.95. The recommended retail price on those is nearly £40. That's what you'll be paying if you're to buy those individually. That's a really good deal, you know, really good deal. And you get your free crocus when you pop that off code in YGTV42. And then I love the deal that we've got on the Nandinas. Now these Nandinas are called Firepower. That's a really appropriate name. So first of all, these are evergreen and you get 2 of these. They're quite compact, so they only go about 50 by 50 in terms of centimetres. There is interest all year round. So you'll get white flowers followed by berries in the summertime. In the winter, they keep their leaves, but the leaves will go crimson, red and orange the colder it actually is. They won't fall off. I mean, obviously it will naturally lose, a few leaves as it grows, but it will stay evergreen, but the leaves will go bright red when it's cold and revert back to green when it warms up. They're beautiful, honestly, these. They're often called sacred bamboo because they feel and sound a little bit like bamboo, but they're not invasive. They're not related to the bamboo family at all, but it's just the way they move and sound. People often think of them as a type of bamboo, but they categorically are not. 201 205 at £24.96, saving £30 today on our recommended retail price. Now, obviously, it's getting to that time of year where the leaves are falling from the trees and you've got to tidy up. These make it easy. So these are our jumbo leaf and grass scoop. You obviously get 2 scoops because you need to. They work better as a pair. They are like suddenly having ginormous hands that can really grip. They're great, seriously. Not just for collecting leaves. If you're somebody that cuts your own hedges, I do it all in one go, and you've got all your hedge trimmings on the grass and things like that. Whatever's there, this just scoops them up beautifully. And it actually stops you having to bend down as far because of the size of these. Great grip on them, but they do allow you to tidy things up really, really quickly. £7.99, 001. Now, when you've scooped up your leaves, why not pop them in these? These are our heavy-duty pots. Now, I often say this, but I mean it. I use these every time I garden. I've used them for growing tomatoes this year. I've used them for potatoes. I've used them for strawberries, raspberries. But they're also just really handy. So as you scoop up your leaves, you can put them straight in the heavy duty pots. When you're weeding, you can put all of your weeds in here. I actually keep my compost in there as well. So rather than scoop from the bag, I just find it easier to decant the bag into the heavy duty pot. That's what I do in my greenhouse. They are built to last as well. They're actually made of a recycled plastic that's really hard, really durable. And you can see there, great, because they're called heavy duty, they are designed for heavy duty. You can even carry things like logs around in those as well when you maybe bringing logs in from the log store into the the living room where your log burner is, whatever. Great drainage as well. We actually improved the design of those, so you've actually got drainage holes all the way around the sides and in the bottom. You'll know one of the biggest killers of plants is actually being overwatered. Certain plants love a boggy spot, but a lot don't. But because you've got drainage around the sides and the bottom, you get fantastic drainage on those. 130011. Now, also on today's show, don't forget we are doing buy or spend, I should say, over £30, buy over £30 worth of goods, and you will get free postage and packaging. Now, I know some of you will maybe not be able to afford to spend £30, but actually, if you can get your basket, the average spend earlier was £31 and a few pence, wasn't it? So a lot of you were really clever and you went, yeah, I'm going to get free postage.
Just get over
just get over £30.
That's the way to do it, though.
It is, that's what I do. I'm not, we both do. We're like most people, you've got to make, your money go as far as possible. Bex has got 2 boys to bring up.
Right, so...
But that's, you've
One son went through an entire box of cereal yesterday.
In a day?
In a day. I think I need to keep an eye on that, don't I?
You do. But your boys are so slim as well, aren't they?
It's so annoying.
They get away with it at that age, don't they?
A whole box of Shreddies.
No.
A whole box in one day.
Wow.
It's like, mate, you get I know there's a thing where they just eat cereal, but that's ridiculous.
God.
A whole box.
And then all the milk that's gone with that, I suppose.
And he fills it as well.
Yeah.
Fills it.
But we all want to make our hard-earned pennies go as far as you can. So, I love gardening. Bex loves gardening. You love gardening. But
we all love
we do,
gardening.
but you want to really save as much money as possible. So remember, if you can get your basket to over £30, you'll get free delivery. And if you put in the code YGTV42, you'll get free bulbs worth nearly £10 and all the other promotions as well. And we have got a few little ideas just to tip your basket over that £30. And these are £6.49. So if your basket currently has maybe £6.99 postage, that's the maximum we'd ever charge. Pop these in your basket, you'd save 50p and you get 3 gorgeous free plants, basically. That's how it works in my mind.
Yeah, honestly, it's so good. Particularly if your basket is just up at that £29 mark. That's where this really works for you. Actually, this is going to be cheaper than paying the postage. And you get some wonderful, perennial, beautiful, winter flowering plants right here. And these are some of the prettiest, I think, that you can get.
I think these are gorgeous.
They look like icing. I know I say it every time, I'm sorry, I'll come up with another description at some point, but they do. They look like icing on a wedding cake. They look like the prettiest, most expensive bouquet. They are gorgeous. And I think you need to plant all 3 of these together. Don't separate them, don't split them up, don't plant them in amongst other colours. Plant these together, make an absolute feature out of these because they're just beautiful.
Oh, I think they're absolutely stunning. There are so many different varieties of primulus out there, but the Pretty Polly, Blushing Peach, has to be up there.
Has to be.
As one of the prettiest. You get 3 plug plants, the readiest plants straight away. Great for pots, great for hanging baskets. I mean, if you wanted to double up and put 6 of those in a pot, they'd look amazing.
Yeah.
Or in a hanging basket, whatever. But a great way of getting your basket to over £30 if you're just that little bit short. I really like those.
I really do.
Are they gorgeous?
It's the colour combination, they're so pretty.
And then also...
Oh, fast becoming one of my favourites.
Yeah. The Coreopsis.
Yeah, the
I've
moonbeam.
never grown this. Never.
No, but it's so pretty, isn't it? And it's lovely, lovely foliage that you get on here. It's the kind of foliage that when you look at it from a distance, it looks a bit like a green cloud.
Yes.
It looks all fuzzy and beautiful, and then you get these lovely floating flowers up on the top of it, and these are going to be a mass of these. It's not bright yellow. I actually like this. It's a more muted, more pastel tone of yellow. It looks beautiful, and it's a really long flowering season from this as well. June all the way through to September time, and this will be flowering, adored by pollinators. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Perfect for Pollinators badge. Yeah, it's a lovely one, in as much sun as you can put it in, I think, with this one, and it's winter hardy.
Yes, and it's a buy one, get 2 absolutely free today. And we've said it many times, but it's a great time to plant your perennials. It's a great time to plant your bulbs, your bare roots, your winter bedding. Give it a few more weeks and it might get a lot more difficult. But right now the ground is still lovely and warm. The clocks haven't changed yet, so we still, still lights about 6-ish, isn't it?
We're all right. Yeah, we can still get out there.
But, I've learned over the years, spring is also a great time to plant, but I think if you plant in autumn time, the plants have got, 6 months to settle in.
Yeah, it's good.
Their roots start settling down, and I think you'll get far better displays next year. Sometimes if you plant them in springtime, they just don't have long enough to properly establish, so they don't do a lot,
This is what a lot of the experts, and real experts out there are saying. We're keen.
Yeah.
But I don't class myself as one of the full-on experts.
Whenever we're stuck, we speak to our head gardener.
We've got a head gardener to speak to. But this is what a lot of the experts are saying, actually, that now is the better time for planting. It's now or spring, but now is probably the better time because we're more assured of what the weather conditions and the ground conditions are like right now than we are when it comes to springtime because of climate change and all the rest of it. We don't actually know what it's going to be like in spring. Whereas, as you were saying earlier, in October, for the last several years,
been pretty good, hasn't
we've
it?
had pretty good Octobers.
Yeah.
So it's a really good time now.
And the bottom line is, what the weather forecast is over the next few weeks.
Yeah, you don't know what it's going to be like in 6 months' time.
You don't. Get planting right now, and you'll just get the most amazing displays year after year after year. About mid border, so about 50, 60 centimetres.
Yeah, a couple of feet. That's what we're talking about here. So mid border or towards the back of the border, depending on the size of your border, obviously, or in a pot. This would be great in a pot, and actually because of the height that it'll reach, it'll have a lovely swaying thing that will happen in the breeze.
And
as
I've
well.
got, in my garden this year, one of my biggest successes has been my Verbena burrensis, and I love them. So I just think these are, I think purple and yellow can look really good together.
They do. They look really good.
Now, our head gardener, I just mentioned, Peter McDermott, is getting a lot of name checks today.
I know.
But we had a bit of feedback from you lovely customers and viewers, and a lot of you said quite often we'll give you, like we have with the coreopsis, 3 of the same, and 3s work great. I know a lot of garden designers, they always plant in 3s, but some of you said, well, could we have a mixed selection? So what Peter did, he looked at everything on the nursery and he put together 3 fantastic shrubs that will complement each other, that are amazing value. These are normally £10 each, so today it's £12.99. But what he's done is put together 3 shrubs that will give you a really long flowering period between them. So from April all the way through to October potentially. And we've called it the Head Gardener Seasonal Shrub Selection. Very quickly, Bex, first flower is going to be
Ceanothus.
Ceanothus.
So evergreen,
April.
Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, lovely. But, you know, pollinators love it, bees love it. It gets completely covered in those blue flowers around April, May time. Sometimes you get a second flush of those. You were saying that your mum's is getting a second flush of those flowers.
It is.
Less this time of year, but yeah, sometimes they will. It is beautiful, but it's sort of April, May time and into June where you'll have those beautiful blue flowers. And then the next one to flower is going to be the Deutzia. So around June, July time, you're going to get those lovely raspberry Sunday colour flowers on there. Graceful arching stems with those, you know, balls of flowers at the ends of them. Masses of them, sweetly scented, two-tone flowers. Really low maintenance one. Unlike the Ceanothus that can get to metres high, metres wide, this one stays a bit more compact, about 1 metre by 1 metre. So wonderful as a pot plant, wonderful as a feature plant in your borders or in a pot.
And then finally, just look at this.
Escalonia.
Now, this one, so I know it from my mum's garden. Absolutely beautiful, and a really neat compact shrub as well.
Neat and compact, so a bit like the Deutzia. We're only talking just over 1 metre by just over 1 metre, so maybe 4 foot by 4 foot. Lovely flowers on here.
They're gorgeous.
I mean, it just flowers its socks off, but this is the next sort of in the order. So around June time, this will start. It'll flower through the summer months and into October. As the one in the studio is still in flower now.
And I will be honest, not every single one in the nursery is in flower, but a lot of them were.
A lot of them were, yeah, absolutely. But this will, you know, as it matures, and as long as you put it in the right spot, definitely wants to be in a sunny spot, you'll get flowers on this summer into October.
I just think
it's a really clever selection.
All right, don't big him up so much.
I know, but it is.
So yeah, and it's been one of the top sellers.
You tell we're both
today.
annoyed about it.
We're pleased and annoyed.
We're really pleased and a bit annoyed.
Yeah, but he's chosen really well. You've loved that.
He has chosen very well.
And don't forget, as well, if you're just going for that today, and I mean, I hope you go for something else because you've got £4.99 postage. Get it to over £30, you get free delivery, but you will get. Remember, your free bulbs worth nearly £10.
I'm not surprised at that price.
It's
as well.
really good.
£12.99 for 3, and they're going to last for years. Yeah. And I think if you've got a smaller garden, because you always say, don't you? And I think it's really good advice. You know, in a smaller garden in particular, every plant needs to really earn its place. Like in a bigger garden, you can get away with a few, but it really has to deserve it, doesn't it?
Because
those 3.
If you've got
really
things that don't look good most of the year, then your garden isn't going to look good most of the year. These 3 are always, you know, between them, they're going to give you so much colour.
Oh my word, so good.
All summer. Yeah. Amazing. So really popular, just £12.99, 511486. Also, so a lot of you are putting together big baskets now. This one will, you know, if you're just slightly short of your £30, maybe your basket currently is £25. Why not add these to your order? Then you get free delivery. It's the Primrose Benelli bi-colour mix. Do you know what? About 25% of orders today have included these.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing.
But you know what? Look at the variety of primroses. They're the bi-colour mix. So if you look, I mean, actually, one of ours has just come out in flower in the studio. It wasn't out
colour.
last week, and it's suddenly come up now. Isn't that gorgeous?
Well, winter colour. I love this colour. I love that indigo blue and the kind of purple tinge and the white and into the yellow. They really just contrast those colours perfectly with each other. And this is, again, like your Pansy Cool Wave, this is about your winter colour, but these are the nice kind of compact flowers. Great in your winter pots, great in the top of your winter hanging baskets, only reaching about 20 by 20 centimetres centimetres, but a hardy perennial. Loves a bit of shade, actually, because obviously it's a woodland plant. It will form clumps over the years as well. So you get 3 flowers from this because you just have to divide them and spread them out. So you will always have these in your garden. And it's simply about giving you that winter colour that you don't get from a lot of other plants over those months.
No, we're actually really busy today, so thank you to everybody that's placing an order. A lot of you watching on YouTube, a lot of you watching on Facebook. You can also watch on YouGarden.com. Eileen and Malcolm, good afternoon to you as well.
Hello.
But seriously, we love being here and we really appreciate your support. And we have got big plans for 2024.
Yeah, we have.
So Philip wanted to see these again. So there they are, Philip.
There you go,
the primroses. Philip. It's the Benelli bicolour mix, called bicolour because you can see many of those primroses there have got 2 colours, which looks really pretty, doesn't it?
It's the contrast as well.
Yeah.
You get some really decent contrast going on there. I love primrose. Really lovely flowers.
I love all the new varieties you can get. And you know, I when I'm putting together my winter pots and baskets, I often do mix primroses with pansies.
Yeah.
I think they look great.
They work lovely together, don't they?
But also great for filling in the gaps in the beds and borders. Now, also, don't forget, we have got, if you're looking for winter bedding right now, we have still got our Pansy Cool Wave. Buy 10, get 10 absolutely free. Do you know, I mean, when I first saw these a few years ago, I was a bit sceptical. I thought, are they really going to do that? Are they? Do you know what? They did. I remember planting up my first hanging baskets with these. I had them. I actually mixed them in with other pansies, and I had these around the edge. But these outperformed the other pansies hugely, and they really do flower for up to 9 months of the year. They are showstoppers. When I say that, it's just the amount of flowers that you get. You know, it's like they just can't stop.
Yeah, they don't know when to stop. They just keep going. And it's about 9 months worth of flowers that you get out of these because they're flowering now and they just keep getting better. And they're going to go right the way through to May, maybe even into June as well, depending on what kind of weather we have. They just don't really like the really hot months.
No.
Mostly grown as annuals, but you can actually keep these and you can get displays from them next year as well. You just need to put them somewhere cool during the summer months and then bring them back out again
and
for
chop
the
them
cold
back.
months.
You know,
chop them back.
Because they will, at the end of the season, they might get a bit leggy, straggly. Chop them back, put them somewhere cool, and they will bounce back the following year.
But most people grow them as annuals,
I
don't they?
grow them as annuals.
I do as well.
I'll be honest, if I had more time, I probably, maybe I would do that.
For me, it's space.
Yeah.
It's space to where to put them. That's the issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, it doesn't matter. They're going to give you the best display. They're going to give you display for about 9 months of the year, and they're going to gently
yeah, they'll
trumble,
do that,
definitely.
They'll trumble. They will trumble beautifully. I think that's great. I like that word, trumble.
That was a mixture of trail and tumble.
Yeah, I like that. They'll trumble.
They're going to trumble over the edge of your baskets or over the edge of your pots. And if you put them into the ground as well, they will even provide ground cover because of their trumbling nature. They will give you beautiful ground cover too. And look at those colour combos. They're so pretty.
You will not find a plant that will trumble like this one, that's for sure. Definitely not.
Trumbles like I do.
And do you know what? If you're just buying those today, I know I'll be honest, most of you are putting together big orders today, but if you're just buying those, you've got free delivery and you will get 40 crocus absolutely free, as long as you use the code YGTV42. Now, what's Beck's got over there? An example of how these trumble in baskets. There, look.
These are the hanging baskets. So you can buy these if you like. If you don't have the time or the energy or the inclination to actually plant your own hanging baskets, you can plant some garden ready, made up hanging baskets. Lovely rattan effect that you've got in here. You will get a pair of them. They are heavy. They will get delivered direct to your door, but you're just underneath that £30. So that's where you need to add in those primrose or the primulas or something to get you over that.
Only one little
mark.
item and you will get the free postage. Are you right up there?
Yeah, it's heavy.
I should have been the gentleman and done that.
No, not at all. Come on.
Right, what else have we got for you today on YouGarden TV? It's been really busy, so thank you so much.
Oh my word, time flies.
I don't know.
It really flies. We're going on to the winter gem.
We love being in our potting shed. And if you are brand new, just to explain where we are, so we work for YouGarden. Yep. They've got an 11-acre nursery in Lincolnshire, and that's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the UK.
I know, that's amazing.
And their tagline is gardening for everybody, because they have got plants for everybody, small gardens, big gardens. Here's a nursery, you see it at the beginning of the show, and they are meticulous with their quality. So, we'll often walk around the nursery, we'll see rows of the same plant, but they're always outstanding quality.
Oh, it's amazing. And the care that goes on here, the quality control, the detail, the attention to detail, the making sure that everything is in the best possible health that it can possibly be in. Honestly, it really is quite incredible.
That's a reservoir that was built a few years ago, and that's been designed to save, I think it's over 400 million litres of water a year.
That's a lot.
So we also try to do our very best to be environmentally friendly. All of our packaging is 100% recyclable. The machinery that you see used, all the lifting vehicles are now electric, aren't they?
That's it, yeah. And all the packaging is, did you say that already?
I did, but it's worth saying twice, Bex.
Let's do it, it's always worth it.
It is.
100% recyclable.
Yes, and do you know what we really like, and this is so true, everyone here. And in fact, who was it that told us this?
She's lovely.
I think it was Jenny, who works very closely with our head gardener, and Jenny said, when people join here, they either come and it's not for them.
Yes, it was Jenny.
Yeah, it was Jenny.
It was, yeah.
She said they're either here just a few months and they realise it's not for them, or they're here forever because they love being in a nursery and they're keen gardeners like we are, So it's, you can...
That's it, they've got us forever.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, but it's true. People here really love gardening and are passionate.
It's true.
So it's a wonderful place to work, and we're proud to be part of YouGarden. I always say this: if you ever get an order delivered and it's not 100% correct, if something's wrong, please let the customer care team know, because they'll want to put it right. What they don't want is to be at home and say, well, I'm really unhappy with this, and just put a bad review on. We'd much prefer...
and then never order again.
No, we'd much prefer, And I will be honest, there was one lady in our village, and she'd shopped with YouGarden for years before, I worked for them, and she must have placed hundreds of orders. Then one order came through, and it wasn't quite right, and she wasn't going to do anything, and I said to her, no, give them a call. Yeah. She said, oh, it's not, because it was only a little problem. It wasn't anything. But anyway, she gave them the call and
sorted.
Yeah, it's sorted. So we always want to make sure that you are happy long-term customers. But we are having a really grand day here on YouGarden TV. Right, we've got something for the winter. We've got a few things for the winter, but this one, I only discovered this through a friend in the garden club that I run. And she'd made a display of it, actually. She'd cut some of it and put it in a display, and it smelled gorgeous.
Oh, yes,
and I was like,
does.
What's that? And she calls it Sweet Box.
Yeah, it's also known as Christmas Box.
Yes.
Winter Gem is what we're calling it. It is beautiful. So I discovered this. It's probably about 8-9 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that
long
me.
ago. So I was on a walk with my kids, and it was early. I think it was about February, March time, and I was walking around, and this, when you just catch this the scent of something on the breeze, and I was like, what is it? So I'm hunting around this place trying to find what it was, and it was this plant, and I took pictures of it because I had no idea what it was. I was sending it to my mum because she's a real keen gardener, trying to find out what this was, and eventually I discovered what it is, and I went and got one and bought one and put it in my garden because I loved the scent of this so very much. So this, and you'll be able to see all the buds that are on here. There's loads of buds on here ready to burst into bloom all the way along the length of these, and those flowers that about December time it's going to start flowering, but those flowers are then going to last you right the way through January, February, March time, and they have the sweetest, most delicious vanilla-y scent on them. It is incredible.
Honestly, it really is.
Incredible.
It is evergreen, of course, so it looks good all year round. But actually, I was speaking to Adam Woolcott, who's one of our other specialist gardeners, award-winning, and these are actually great for a shady spot as well.
They really are, yeah. So I've got 3 borders in the garden. One's really sunny, and I've actually got two of these now, and they're both in the shadier borders, and they're doing absolutely fine. They are beautiful, and I love the fact that they are evergreen as well.
Cool. One thing I will say, so I was given some little baby ones of these, and it's. And do you know what? They're still babies. I mean, they've grown.
Yeah, they're slow growing.
They're like really slow. Now, I think mine are particularly slow. But,
I got one like this earlier on this year, and I would say the growth was probably to there.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably about this big now. So
Right,
I think mine's grown about that much
Yeah,
in just under a year, thereabouts.
The point I'm making is I'm glad that's quite big already.
Yeah.
It is big, because you could, seriously, mine have grown about 6 inches in 2 years.
Yeah, it's a good size. It's a good size plant.
Yeah,
it's well established, and that's going to give you the smell you'll get from that. I'm going to dig mine up. I'm definitely going to dig it out of the border, and I'm going to put it in a pot because I want it closer to the house, where I can really enjoy that scent over those winter months.
Now again, you will be paying postage on it,
yet.
but if you can just get your order to over £30, we will give you free delivery, of course, and that applies to absolutely everybody, of course. So, there's so much on the show.
Head Gardener's Collection.
Yeah. And if there's nothing on the show, that
Compost.
you're thinking, oh, hang on, there's nothing else I want, just go on our website. You can shop on the whole of the YouGarden website, not just what's on this show, but anywhere on the YouGarden website. But what we'll always say is always use our code, the YGTV42, because this is the TV side of the business. We'll always give you extra promotions and offers as long as you use the code.
And it'll only unlock by entering that code in.
Yeah.
So the buy one get two free, for example, if you don't put that code in, you'll just get one.
I know. And it's really annoying. I once missed the code. I forgot. I'd had a big glass of wine. And it's so true, honestly. So I'd already placed 2 orders that week, and it was late Friday night. And there's a few things bugging me. I thought, I really should go for those. So I'm there, massive glass of wine. It was a large one. And I was tired, and I just put the order in, and I looked. Then it came through. The confirmation came through, and I went, that's not right. And then I realised I'd not put the code in. So I'd missed on all the offers and the free gift. I will never do it again.
No, you won't. You only make that mistake
I will never,
once.
ever drink a big glass of wine again, I promise you. So,
Liar.
And place an order at the same time. But it's true, So always put that in, the code in. The code changes every week as well. But this week it's YGTV42, 42. Of course.
My age.
Right, should we go to the dogwood?
I wish. Yes, let's go to the dogwood.
Not far off that age.
Not far off it, no. The wrong side of it, though, aren't I?
Listen.
The wrong side.
Do you know the great thing? I was thinking, isn't it great that with gardening, for many people, it is a hobby that comes a bit later in life.
Yes.
Not for everybody, but it's just such a great hobby to have. And as you do get a little bit older, my mum's 83 soon. Her garden keeps her going.
Yeah.
It really does.
I was talking to my mum yesterday about it, actually, and I'm tired. I was like, you're fine, get out in the garden. Off you go. She's 70-something. She's doing all right there. But it does, it keeps her young, keeps her active. Get outside.
Yeah. It's just so great for physical health, mental health. So we're just really so delighted that so many of you are now part of YouGarden. Right, let's move on there because we've still got a few things to show you. So this is I call it dogwood.
Dogwood, I love this. Never grown it. Absolutely feel like I need it in my garden because this gives you true year-round interest, doesn't it?
It does.
In the winter months, what you get are these fiery red stems on here, just like in this picture here. Bright red.
And when a lot of other trees and shrubs just look boring and dead, this is like, wow, I'm still here, I still look fantastic, and honestly, you do get really vibrant colours. Yeah,
really, really do, and I think that's incredible. Obviously, it's deciduous, so it leaves these bare stems, but these are going to be really interesting rather than just bare brown stems, so that's fantastic.
And is it amazing how the stems are actually...
more interesting, almost. No, there is more going on with this, okay? Because then in spring, you get these lovely dainty white flowers on here that the bees and the butterflies love. Then in the summer, you're getting black berries on here. Not blackberries, blackberries, which the birds absolutely adore as well. And then in autumn, you get... So the leaves, they turn this vibrant coral pink colour before they drop, revealing those red stems that you can see there. It's a really, really interesting all year round plant you've got here. Low maintenance, winter hardy, so it has that guarantee from us here at YouGarden. It wants a sunny position, but it'll cope with part shade. It will get the best colour in full sun, but part shade will be absolutely fine. Pots if you want to, but put it into your borders. It'll reach good heights and spread for you. 2.5 metres.
God. And you are getting 2 of those for $9.99.
Love it.
Quite fast growing, this one as well.
Yeah, I think it's quite vigorous, isn't it?
Yeah. So although you're only buying the 9 centimetre pots,
it'll grow quick.
Yeah, it's lovely, really is. Now we've also got for you at this time of year. You've probably been admiring anemones because they are late flowering. So because we've had quite a mild autumn, you see anemones right now, everywhere, and they look fantastic, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. They're beautiful flowers, and they do flower late for you.
Yes.
So these are going to go from August time into September and then into October as well. 3 different varieties included in here: the Whirlwind, which is the white one; the Prinz Heinrich, which is the vivid pink one that has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, plus the Queen Charlotte as well. That's the light pink one, and that has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well. They are really, really beautiful, and they get covered in these flowers.
And I just love the way that they move. If there's a gentle breeze, they really move beautifully. They don't need staking. They're self-supporting as well. There's so many tall perennials out there that sometimes need staking, and that can look messy.
Yeah, it can do.
I mean, it's worth it sometimes. But
it is worth it. And there's a few plants I've got that need staking, and we'll probably bring them again. You've got these green stakes that do kind of hide a little bit better, but these don't need it, especially considering you're reaching about a metre 20 in height. It's actually quite incredible. But late summer, early autumn colour, and this is exactly what we were talking about earlier with getting that successional kind of planting going on. So there's always something interesting going on in your garden. This could be the one for you, particularly because you're getting 3 of these included in that collection.
And again, I think those 3 really complement each other, don't they?
They do. The colour combination is really nice.
Really nice. So again, they're normally best part of £30. We have got all 3 of those today for $14.97, and it really is, and I know we keep saying it, but it is a brilliant time to plant your perennials. Get them in the ground now, and then they'll be even bigger and stronger in 2024. And gardening, I've learned over the years, it is about planning, we all learn, and gardening is an ongoing journey for all of us.
Yes.
But plan ahead, plant those now. I started with a brand new garden 3 years ago, so I've really learned to do all the work now, and then we'll reap the rewards next spring and summer.
Yeah, because if you let 1 year go, you know about it, don't you? That's the thing.
Yeah, now it's also a great time to plant your bare roots.
Yeah, it's bare root season. Now is the time. And actually, bare roots are incredible for value for money, first of all, because you haven't paid for somebody's time and the materials to put something on and grow it on. So bare roots is a very clever way to be able to shop if you want value for money.
And a very rewarding way as well.
Yeah, watching something go right the way through the journey is really good, isn't it?
But YouGarden are not just about great value and quality. We like to bring you unusual and different. And the Coral Sunset is a stunning peony, isn't it? When you look at the colour, this is what they look like. Now, they are not the most attractive things when you get them out the bag, are they?
No, that looks pretty ugly, and it looks like a bit of a twig, and the dog would chew it if you let him. But this is what the bare root looks like, and actually you can see.
There you go.
On there, look, there. That is a little shoot coming out there. There is also another one right there. So each one of those represents what will turn into a stem coming up out of the ground. When you get your bare roots home, please don't leave them in the bag for weeks or anything, because they are delivered in kind of moist soil, and it's because they need to stay moist. Bare roots are in a dormant state. They're fast asleep. They need to be dealt with straight away. So soak them for a couple of hours, plant them out. When it comes to the peony, all you're doing is planting the bare root with the shoots, those little shoots I showed you, a couple of centimetres below the surface, a couple of inches below the surface of the soil. And actually, on the front, if you forget, it tells you the planting depth and things like that. Loves a sunny spot, of course. Loves a sunny spot for sure. I think part shade will be fine, but really you want it in as much sun as you can get. Winter hardy, use it as a cut flower. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the Coral Sunset, this has a beautiful colour changing kind of aspect to it. It starts that gorgeous salmon pink, and then it'll go to a subtle kind of pastel-y, orangey, creamy colour as well. It's opulent, it's blousy, it's beautiful, and they're big. They can reach up to 8 inches in diameter.
Yeah. And you hopefully we'll get some flowers next year.
Yes.
But year after year, they'll get more and more and more. Obviously in winter it will die down, but it is winter hardy, so it is going to survive the winter, but it will die down. But year after year, you'll get more and more flowers. I think peonies are stunning, but that's a particularly nice variety. And it's either buy one for £9.99 or you can double up and you can get 2 for £14.98. Now, also, coming up next, one of our top 20 selling products.
I know, and that's great because we only brought it last week.
Yeah, this is,
so that tells you how well
straight
it's been
in
doing.
the top 20, and it is our geranium and potentilla festival mix. 6 berries. These work really well together, but we're hearing that it's that festival of colour.
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Look at the colours you're getting there. It is absolutely a festival, a riot of colour, all the way through from May to October. Not your tender bedding plants at all. These are your hardy perennials, winter hardy, so remember that lifetime guarantee. Sunny spot, please, part shade fine, but really as much sunny spot as you can give them. It's tolerant of most soil types, so this one isn't too fussy. It'll work in my garden. It's low maintenance and it's long lasting, and year after year you're going to get this festival of colour every single year. Every single year you'll get it.
And we could sell you a geranium in full bloom, and actually we have them on our website, potted up, but you're normally talking about on average £12.99 for one.
Yeah.
But if you buy them as a bare root, plant them now, you get all of that next year, but you've only spent a few pounds. So it's a really affordable way of having your geraniums. And I love this is like a party, isn't it? We're calling it a festival mix there. Bright, cheery, just gorgeous. Again, when you get these home, look, that's what they look like. I know, it's not the best looking thing, but it will be.
Yeah, I mean, look, with this one, soak it. So soak the roots. In fact, is that 1 or is that 2? I feel like that might be 2 in there. No, it's 1. Yeah, that's 1. Okay, so you're going to soak that, and then so this is the root. So you want to dig a deep hole, okay? Because you're going to want to get these in there. You don't want to cramp them in. So dig a deep hole, spread those roots out, and then backfill that hole. And then, water it in, leave it. Honestly, you will be amazed at the display that you'll get. You'll start seeing those shoots coming up in the springtime. Make sure you put a little stake in the ground or something though, because if you go out and you start digging through, you'll risk digging that up by mistake. I have done it in the past.
Now we are busy this afternoon. Thank you to everyone that's placing an order. Most of you spending over £30, and that means that you will get free delivery. So don't forget that. We're doing a promotion today, live this Wednesday on YouGarden TV. Spend over £30 and you will get free delivery as well. Some big orders going in today. Some big orders.
Somebody's ordered quite a lot of stuff, apparently. Wow, that's good. I'm glad.
Do you know what?
Really
if you've got a shady area, or you want just a wonderful bed that's going to be fragrant, that's a great
somebody's
idea.
ordered loads of the Saka Coca, haven't they? The winter gem.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Congratulations.
Anyway.
Well done.
Thank you to everyone that's ordering. Right, Bex and I, we got our stocks today. This is the vintage mix. I'll be honest, I've got some for my mum because I know she's going to absolutely love these. Hardy annual, so they'll arrive in bud and flower. They will be hardy throughout the winter, but you'll get your next batch of flowers in, of course, May onwards.
Oh, the smell.
And the smell, they are really highly fragrant.
So beautiful. It's a really nice smell as well. It's not overpowering. It's not too sweet. It's lovely, and it's the colours as well that you're getting here. We're very much in love with this colour palette, aren't we, Shaun? Because it feels very designer inspired. It looks rich. It looks expensive. It looks,
it's
designed.
Tasteful.
It's tasteful, for sure.
And we all like different things, but if you love, vintage, classic, these are going to be absolutely superb. By the way, a lot of you have joined our club over the past few weeks, our discount club. It's a great way of saving money. So if you haven't joined the club, think about doing it right now. You'll get a little reminder as you check out, but basically this is on offer right now. Now, about 90% of you have gone for the green option. In fact, it's higher than that. I think it's something ridiculous, about 96, 97%. You know. But there's no difference between the two, apart from the green option is £5 less, and it means that your subscription will auto-renew unless you stop it. So you can stop it at the end of the 12 months. I mean, if you're worried, just put a note in your diary and say, but I very much doubt you want to stop that. But if you do want to stop it, you can. But it's £5 less. Or you can go for the one-off membership. 96% of you have gone for auto-renewal. But you saw that all the benefits, you get 10% off all your plants and compost. You get £20 worth of vouchers that you can spend. One of those every 3 months. You get 5% off things like garden machinery and gifts and loads of offers as well. So really worth joining the club for just £5. Honestly, I think I've saved hundreds of pounds from joining the club. So do think about joining as you check out your order today. Quick reminder that if you'd like to go for the vintage stock mix, they are just beautiful, and they're classed as a hardy annual, of course.
Yeah, hardy annuals. So it's really good to get hold of these now, because then these are going to flower for you next year, and you will just get free flowering, bushy, upright, gorgeous smelling stock flowers that you can keep in your borders, keep in your pots, or you can also use as cut flowers and bring them indoors as well and enjoy that scent inside.
And they look absolutely gorgeous,
They're
don't
beautiful,
they? 510014, saving £7 today here on YouGarden TV. Jen, we have had just the most amazing day. In fact, I think we've had our busiest Wednesday ever.
I know.
Yeah.
Love that.
So,
thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate that.
But we're relatively new, and I'll be honest, we've only just started our journey. But we've got massive plans for 2024. And it just makes sense, doesn't it? We're a dedicated garden channel.
Yeah.
We're part of a massive nursery, and we will bring you great plants and products every single week, hopefully for many, many years to come. But let's remind you of some of the great things we've seen this Wednesday afternoon here on YouGarden. Now, the cranberry, this is on the edge of my list, Bex.
On the edge?
Well,
I think you need to knock it right back up onto the top of the list.
Well, it's...
Grow your own cranberries for Christmas tea.
Well, I do. All right.
Evergreen plant.
Okay.
Tough, rugged, just a brilliant plant to have in your garden. Going to crop for you in its first season, so plant it out next year. You will get cranberries next year.
Okay.
And then it's going to keep getting better for you. And then you can make cranberry sauce. Oh my word.
Do you know what? It's
Just
attractive looking as well.
Think about what is it? The sandwich, the cranberry and the cheese. The cranberry and the cheese in a melted sandwich.
Oh. Brie goes well.
Brie,
Yeah,
that's it.
Brie goes well with
cranberry in a toasted sandwich, and it's your own cranberries that you're doing it with.
I just want to try that, and it's different.
Nom.
Thing is, I like the Tabry as well, but I couldn't get them both. Right. 310-047, buy one, get one free. And then, now, this has been selling really quickly today. It's called the Savacoca Winter Gem. I know it as Sweet Box. So basically, it's an evergreen shrub that has these lovely little white flowers in the winter months that are highly fragranced. And they really are. Honestly, the fragrance is magnificent. And, once it gets big enough, you can even cut some of that down and put it in displays inside the home as well. But the fragrance is amazing. What I like about this, it actually does okay in a shady spot as well. Now, we'll be honest, it is relatively slow growing. It's not a vigorous grower at all. But what it will do is give you great foliage, great fragrance in the winter months where very little is actually fragrance. And it's a really beautiful shrub. $19.99, but it comes in the big 4.6 litre pot, so it's already really well established, that one. 510579. Now, also, we have got a lovely deal on our rock roses. These love full sun. They're great on rockeries, so they don't mind it to be a little bit dry and things like that. You get 6 different colours in the pack, but if you double up, you can go for 12, so you get 2 of each for just £14.99. They're really pretty, aren't they? They are like little mini roses, these, and you've got so many wonderful different colours, but ideal for rockeries. So they don't mind a dry spot, but they do like that full sun if possible. They're really lovely. I've grown those before in previous houses and gardens, and they really are. They're lovely, lovely little things, those. 480357. Now, something completely different. We're going to go big now. We're going to go Agapanthus big, and these come in a 5 litre pot. So look, they're really well established. They're really mature plants. And what I will say is, if we were selling these in peak season and we said to you, oh, they're going to arrive with flowers and buds on them, we can charge a premium price. And the recommended retail price is nearly £35 for one here on YouGarden. But it's end of season, you know, these are not looking their best. I mean, they're not looking the best. The leaves are great, the plants are really healthy, but they're not in flower. So we are doing a buy one, get one free today. And actually, again, it's a great time to plant them. Get them in your beds and borders. Plant them up right now, and next summer you will have displays like this. They love a really sunny spot. They're native African plants, so yes, they love sun, and they do like to be a bit crowded, so they don't like to be by themselves. So pop it in maybe a pot, it'll be ideal, or you can pop it in your beds and borders, but make sure it's surrounded by other plants. Don't give it too much space. 680130, and they will grow to about 1 metre high, so they might even grow taller, but this is one of the big varieties of Agapanthus. They're amazing, those. Oh, and it's a penny short of £30, isn't it? Well, do you know what, look? We're going to show you some ways of getting over £30, and then you won't pay that $6.99 delivery. Now, it's also garden tidy up, clean up season. So that means leaves are coming down. Why not buy your heavy duty pots? I use these without a shadow of a doubt every time that I garden. I use them for general tidying up. I use them, you just saw there, with the logs, because I've got a log burner. I haven't had it on yet, I'll be honest, but it will be going on probably in the next few weeks. I use them to grow lots of things. Potatoes, they're brilliant for growing potatoes. They're brilliant for tomatoes. I've still got some tomatoes growing in these right now. I've grown raspberries using canes in here, but I can honestly say they are so well made. They're made of a really heavy duty recycled plastic. You should have those years. I've had mine about 10 years. And I love the fact that you've got 2 grab handles. In fact, I've actually got 2 Christmas trees growing in them as well at the moment.
Ooh, that's a good idea. And
they're stuck around the corner because I don't want them on show right now. But what I will do at Christmas time is move them right in the centre of my patios.
That's
get some lights
a good
on
idea, yeah. I like that.
But because they've got 2 handles, they're easy to carry.
Yeah, between the 2 of you, you can carry them.
So really good, those, and you've got free delivery as well. 1999 130 011. Right then, Bex, what else we got? Where do you want to start?
Should we go? Oh, let's go Pretty Polly. Pretty Polly.
Well, actually, yes. If your basket is hovering around like £25. And you're thinking, I'm paying postage right now. How do I get it over £30?
This is
because some items have got $6.99 postage. The big heavy items, like the hanging baskets, pop these in, and hopefully, if they get your basket over £30, you will get free delivery as well. And we love these. These are the Primula Pretty Polly Blushing Peach.
Yeah, I've fallen in love with these because of the colour of them, and that title is absolutely perfect for them, aren't they? That apricot peachy colour that you've got, and then a lovely pink blush to them as well. Perennial plants, don't mind a bit of shade. Don't plant these, but do whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. There are no rules. But my recommendation is plant all 3 of these together alone, sort of, in a border or in a pot, just on their own together, because they are so, so pretty.
I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, one of the most... you look at primulas and, there's many varieties. They've got to be one of the prettiest, haven't they?
Definitely one of the prettiest.
And they are 480-866-649. Get them in your basket, and hopefully that might take it over £30 to give you free postage. Then we've got Coreopsis. Buy one, get 2 absolutely free with
that's
these.
all we need to say, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
there you go. So
just put them in your basket.
Now, this is the opposite of your primulas. This loves sun, doesn't it?
Loves a bit of sunshine, absolutely, yeah. Long flowering on this one, though. June all the way through to September. Winter hardy, easy to grow, perfect for pollinators. Royal Horticultural Society have given them that badge. Drought tolerant when they get established. Forms nice compact mounds of that lovely kind of fuzzy foliage, and then the flowers just kind of dance up at the top there. there, and you get loads of those lovely pastel yellow flowers there. If you're a regular who've been watching over the last few weeks, you'll have seen us bring the Gora. I think this sits in that same bracket as Gora. If you've got Gora, this will work well with it, I think.
Well, look, really busy today. Obviously, some of the plants, we don't have massive stocks of, so don't forget to check out your baskets. Now, also, our head gardener, Peter McDermott, has put together a selection of seasonal shrubs, and he's handpicked these, and he's the most knowledgeable person here. Obviously, he's head gardener.
He is, yeah. He knows a lot about plants. Whenever we don't know what we're talking about, we ask him, don't we? And this is the selection he's put together. 3 amazing plants in here. I'm just lifting that up so you can see the ceanothus is that beautiful blue-coloured one. That's going to be the first flowering for you. So around April time.
April, May, yeah.
April, you'll get those lovely purple flowers on what is an evergreen, gorgeous shrub there. It is beautiful, and the bees and things love them.
I honestly notice you do get so many flowers as well.
So many. It
Covered
almost
sometimes.
covers the foliage.
Lovely.
Royal Horticultural Society have given it their reward for garden merit. The next one to flower for you is going to be the Deutzia, so around June, July time. Unlike the ceanothus, which will grow several metres high, several metres wide, you can control it, by the way.
Of course.
This one stays much more compact. We're only talking 1 metre by 1 metre, but beautiful flowers on there. You can see again where it got its name from, the raspberry Sunday. Arching stems, gorgeous flower clusters on the end there. Another one with the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Nice and compact, great in a pot.
And that's the one at the back there. Then this beauty that's still in flower right now.
Yeah, this is the one that's going to extend that flowering season. So June through to October, you should get flowers on here. Another compact one, just like the Deutzia. So if you wanted 2 in pots, those would be the 2 to put into. Any of them you can put into pots. But they're lovely feature plants. And for a smaller garden to get this collection, each one of these is earning its place wonderfully.
And have a look at this.
Pretty, isn't it?
It's really pretty.
Love.
And we're talking evergreen, of course, as
Absolutely,
well.
Yeah. Gorgeous selection. Yeah, well done, Peter.
And they're normally, all right, that's enough. £10 each. Today, they're working out £4.33. You get all 3 of them, 511 486. That is amazing value, isn't it?
Really good.
And jokes apart, he has hand-selected those because between them, they will give you
months
of colour. So
March
just
time through to October.
Yeah.
9 months.
Up to...
Is that 9? No, my maths
I'd
is
say
rubbish.
April for the ceanothus in general. So April, May, June, July, August, 7 months.
Sorry, I wasn't far off.
Up to 7 months of colour. And that's the head gardener's selection of seasonal shrubs. Easy for you to say. Now, we've also brought you another really affordable item. It's our Primrose Benelli, the bicolour mix there. They're $5.99. So again, if you've got a basket close to £30, add those to your order and you will get free delivery as well. And we love our primroses. Great winter colour, great for our shady spots, but these are bicolour.
Yeah, bicolour and gorgeous colour combinations. Really contrasting but beautiful shades that you're getting in there. Nice and compact plant, only reaching sort of 20 by 20 centimetres. Woodland plants, so again, remember this, it actually quite enjoys a shady spot. So if you've got some spots around the bottom of trees and bushes and things, then these are great around there. But they just make beautiful winter displays because these are starting to flower now and they're going to keep going for you all the way through till April time. And they will form clumps and they will come back for you every year. Really good for $5.99 to get 10 plants, that's incredible.
By the way, thank you to Pippa, who's a new viewer. Hello, Pippa.
Hello, Pippa. Nice to see you.
Yes, and thank you.
Well, not see you, but
I can feel you there, Pippa.
Yes, absolutely. You can feel your presence.
Yeah, no, thank you for placing your first order. Really appreciate it.
Nice to have your company. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. And for new viewers, we are live currently we've got our schedule for October, and it's Wednesday and Thursday, 10 till 1 and 2 till 4, and then Sunday
10 till 2 o'clock,
yes.
4-hour marathon on a Sunday.
The schedule may change in November, but you can always find it on, of course, our website. So always go to YouGarden.com and our schedule will be there, so you can always check out the times.
And then next year we've got so many exciting plans.
Yeah, we've got actually loads.
And we'll be back to anyway.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
You'll be sick of us next year. Hopefully not. We've got lots happening next year. Right, also, don't forget, One of the best sellers, the best seller over this month has been our Pansy Cool Wave. You get buy 10, get 10 absolutely free. Garden ready, brilliant for pots, hanging baskets. They trail, but when we say trail, they cascade. So they're not going to trail several feet or anything like that, maybe 30 centimetres or so. They will flower up to 9 months of the year. The flowers, I mean, look at them. When these really get going, I'll be honest, when they're delivered, you look at them, you'll think, oh, they're nice pansies.
Yeah, nice.
But once they get established, that's what they do.
Yeah, they do. And they really do cover. You can bet, honestly, this is the kind of thing that you can get at home. You know, you were saying when you first saw these, you're like, surely not. And then
I was
you
a
grew
bit
them.
sceptical.
Yeah, I get it.
I was like, oh, mine won't be as good as that.
Oh, they are so free flowering. And if you deadhead, you know, if you go and you take off those deadheads, it'll encourage the new ones to come through, so that will really help you to get that plant absolutely covered in those flowers. Really, really good one, this, and they're hardy all the way through the winter months, right the way through till May time. You will have those beautiful flowers on there, and I think that's incredible.
Yeah, honestly, they're just such well, they're the best performing pansy we know. And if you haven't bought them yet, while we've got the stock, give them a go.
What are you playing at?
So, yeah, all right.
Sorry.
By the way, postage is included. So if you can't maybe afford to spend £30 to get free postage, maybe just go for those. You'll also get your free bulbs, your 40 crocus bulbs worth £9.99. Every single person will get free crocus bulbs today, as long as you use the offer code YGTV42. And actually, we have got some
Debbie,
ready. I'll get the other one back. Oh! So, these are our hanging baskets. They are heavy. But we have just watered them as well.
You know when you reach an age where you can't bend over or pick anything up without making a noise? Like, That's the age I've reached now.
Do you know what? I should be like that, but touch wood, I'm not.
Oh,
I don't have any of those.
You're older than me. It's a problem.
I know. I don't have any aches and... Anyway, touch wood.
But
the point is, look, these are heavy. They will be delivered to you. The postage is $6.99. Add one other item to your basket and we'll deliver them for free. Do you know, these are looking really nice, but they will only get better. And actually, we're just thinking, if you popped in, say, your Benelli bicolour that we've just shown you.
Or the blushing peach, right?
Yeah.
You'd actually get it. You'd actually be saving money than if you pay, and getting plants, great plants as well, than if you paid the postage.
Yeah, because we'll take off the $6.99 postage, basically. So do think about that. Or search our website, because you can buy anything else off the YouGarden website, add it to your order, but as long as you put in the code YGTV42. Somebody was really clever and they searched your website and bought a packet of seeds, and that got them over their 30 quid.
Nice!
Yes!
Well
like
done.
it, like your style, whoever that was.
We're proud
what
of that.
What seeds was it, out of curiosity? Do we know?
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers. Okay, you know who you are. Well done. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I think it's great.
So somebody must have been just under £30 and thought, right, what is the
lowest price item?
So here we go. So we've got those. So we've used the code to... So look, we're still paying $6.99 postage. So where were those seeds? Where were those seeds? I tell you what, I personally would go for the primrose.
Yeah.
So there they are, the Benelli. Now so there you go, 10 for $5.99. Add to the basket. Oh, there you go. So we're paying £1 less and we've got those lovely plants. So it's worth, I don't want to say milking the system, but we want you to save money.
Yeah.
We do. We want you to be, and I do it. I mean, I'm a bit of a, look, I've sat at home before and I've played around with my basket a bit and, and just worked out how to get the best deals. And the bottom line is, basically, to get the best deals, you always put the code in YGTV42. If you don't want to pay postage today, you get your basket to over £30 and you become a club member, because that will give you a 10% discount. Right, something that I am going to buy today.
Tayberry?
Yeah.
Tayberry instead of cranberry, or both?
I'll be honest, this is my number one, but I might still go for the cranberry as well.
Might get the cranberry as well.
Yes.
Why not? Okay, Tayberries. These are a hybrid between the raspberry and the blackberry, which is just... I think that's incredible.
It sounds great, doesn't it? Crusted in a
sounds
raspberry
amazing.
and a blackberry.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that idea. But actually what you're getting is something sweeter and just more aromatic going on here. They're easy to grow. They are problem-free. They are self-fertile, so you don't actually need to have two here. But obviously this represents excellent value for money because you get another one just for an extra £5. And also, even with self-fertile, it does always help to have another one because you get cross-pollination and all
But
that
these
stuff
aren't going to climb, so I need something for them to climb up, yeah?
Yeah, they are. So they can, they're going to grow to about, 2 metres, So actually you do want something for them to climb up. So a trellis, a pergola, maybe even a wire attached to a wall that you can train them up.
I can manage that.
I imagine even a tower pot. If you've seen our tower pots, they would probably grow quite nicely in a tower pot as well. Yeah, really, really good. And we just love anything that is grow your own, don't we?
I'll be honest, I've got my 30-litre pots at home, so I'm thinking I could even, for the first few years, I might just pop it in a 30-litre pot with a few canes.
Absolutely.
You know?
You can create your own thing for something to grow up quite easily.
That's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah, well, that is what I'm going to do.
That is what you're going to do. There you go.
So, one for £9.99 or two for £14.98.
Yeah, do a grow your own. If you haven't got any grow your own, I think that one is probably a good one to start with because it's really, really easy. It's hassle-free.
And it will do better from planting them now.
Yes.
You'll get better yields next year. And I meant to look it up, but I've got a feeling that the reason why Taberries are not readily seen in the supermarkets, I think they don't transport very well, but I might be wrong on that one, but there must be some reason why the supermarkets don't stock them.
I've never seen them sold anyway.
No, I haven't.
Never seen them sold.
Not even in the really posh supermarkets.
Ones.
I know.
The one with the W.
Not that we can afford to shop there anymore. We're spending far too much on plants. No, but we don't mind. And then something else that I really like the idea of having this outside my front door at Christmas time because it should be in flower over Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the camellia Yuletide, that's why it's called that. You get these beautiful red flowers on here and it will start flowering for you, soon, to be honest with you. There's loads of buds on here ready to burst in. I can see loads of them. It's ready to burst open into flower for you. November, December, January time, you will have that wonderful contrasting bright red flower against the gorgeous, glossy evergreen leaves that you get on the camellia.
I just think that could look exceptionally festive in the right pot. I've got some red pots at home. I think I could pot it in there. You could even put some little twinkly Christmas lights in there, some battery-powered ones, whatever.
And it's a great pot plant as well because it does like an ericaceous compost, so that's great to put it into a pot with that. If you want to plant it into a border, you can do. Just make sure you put plenty of ericaceous compost in there with it. But also, I think this would be great as a Christmas gift for somebody.
Well, we are nearly out of time. Don't forget your premium professional compost as well. 100 litres, free delivery today for £24.98. From myself, Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man. If you want to follow me on Facebook and Instagram.
And Bex with an X Edwards, My Garden, if you want to follow me.
And we are, of course, YouGarden. So thank you so much. We're back tomorrow morning. We're back at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Got a few surprises for tomorrow's show.
Some new items to bring in.
We certainly have. And we would love you to join us then, and please tell your friends and family about the show. So have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Bex, loved it today.
Yeah, it's been good fun.
Thank you to Stu, our head of technical as well. For myself, Shaun Ryan, and Bex, we will see you tomorrow, hopefully at 10, or on Sunday, 10 o'clock till 2. Take care.